Why, greetings. Hello there. It's me, Jar Jam. Notice anything different? Well, yeah. The previous haircut that I had was a complete disaster. It was the epitome of, or epitome, one of the two things. I still can't remember what's the right pronunciation of that word. But as it stands, it was out of control. It was getting out of control. So on Friday, when I had a lot of business, and one of the reasons why I had to cancel the stream for that day, I went on the business and also visited a fantastic barbershop that's in the center of Riga, my home city, and had myself a haircut done. Thankfully, they are all following the precautions. Everything's fine. It was a little bit hard to wear a mask while I'm being haircutted, but it's a different story. One or the other, now I'm slightly more suited to summer than I was previously, and it was just getting ugly. It was getting ugly. Maybe one of those days I'm just gonna take my it's not a barber's kit, but it's basically like electric razor. That's what you call it. I think you might call it that. And just maybe at some point I'm just gonna go shing and make myself a little haircut as is. Although chances are the best I will be able to do is just to go. Well, we'll see what's gonna happen. If I have the bravery and have everything else, I might at some point do that. But we have the business of playing some City Skylines. Oh god, hot day, hot everything. We were hoping to have a weather drop down slightly in terms of temperature, but we were promised rain. We had like a sprinkling of rain, spritzed with rain, that was about it. And then the whole event, the whole rain is going to be moved to the night. Not only that, it's going to be some of the worst rain we have ever seen in our country, at or at least like during one day, that kind of stuff. So I am not looking forward to that. During the day, that would have been better slightly, because if something really drastic happens during the night, if again hail once again starts hitting during the night, the same crazy hail that we had like a month ago by this point, I could start a month. I don't know when it's going to happen. We're also been promised some floods, basically, and some of the areas might require evacuation. So, wow, something crazy might happen, but it's not yet. I'm hoping it's going to pass, and I'm just hoping everything's going to be all right. So, let's see what we have. I'm going to quickly go perhaps through one or two more pages of mods, because there was a mod I wanted to add, and I think that was this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is it. I don't think there's any other one. Are you okay for... So yeah, last time when we were playing, we noticed that the ferries, or specifically even like the car, maybe even like big cruise ships, are basically staying on the same spot on the map, and then just constantly colliding with each other. In-game wise, nothing, there's no difference really, but just like aesthetically wise, I was thinking maybe we can change that. And there's indeed a mod for that, and I'm quickly gonna check. So optimize outside connections is the name of the mod, and I think that's the one. I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna see which one. Unlimited outside connection. No, that's not it. There was another one I think I wanted to add, and that was darn, there was one more. There was something else that I wanted to add. I generally don't remember which was that was. Something that we found yesterday and wanted to fix slightly. Generally don't remember. So let me search for that optimized outside connection, see if there's any other versions of that. I don't think there is. Unlimited outside connection, that's not what we're looking for. Yeah, I think that's the one we were gonna be. So let's see how that works. If it doesn't work, we'll just turn it off. But if it works, it will fix trains that are constantly going in empty. It's gonna fix those ferries. And I'm gonna see what's what. Main goal today is gonna be building a full-on railroad network between our main city and our tourist city, because the traffic on the roads is getting horrible is the word I'm gonna use. The traffic was absolutely horrible. So it's time to fix it, and I think what we need is just more public transport options. There's still a lot of potential public transport options in the main city that I still haven't used. So I think it's only fair that I do go for something proper in terms of we can just make this a public transport episode. Mostly it's just traffic episodes, but this time it can be public transport episodes. So it's content manager, it's mods. I'm pretty sure I haven't forgotten to add anything, so let's quickly go. Hard mode, nope. Optimize outside connection. Yeah, large vehicles spawn less frequently with more cargo passengers at a time. That's exactly what we want. That's on. Ooh, interesting. I mean, I'm gonna leave it as is, I think. I'm gonna leave it as is. Road builder, show it. Maybe the one more thing I wanted to add was the pedestrian bridge builder over the roundabouts. That's actually a pretty good option. Maybe last time. You can do it manual, it just takes more time. So, check. The game isn't playing any music. It's gonna play more later on, but for now, we can just leave it as is. So, rather than them sort of going back and forth constantly, like these saves were in a weird order, but I think that's our save. Yep, we're looking at our city. So let's go. It's gonna take a while, since of course this is, we have a lot of mods, not even a lot of mods really. Our mods are all mods. They're the only one I think that adds any assets specifically is the network connection, which adds different types of roads. I think that's about it, but let's just say that the more I've been adding, and I generally could not remember which one of these really screwed the loading times, but at some point the loading times have gotten pretty severe. As it stands, even quitting the game just freezes it for about 30 seconds before it offloads everything. I don't know where is that. Obviously I have a bunch of DLCs also, but that's not then on the developers. That's not on the mod makers. But yeah, there's definitely a huge difference between loading vanilla and loading modded, just like it is with Minecraft. But really, not with that many things. Soviet Dragon, hello there, and thank you very much. This is indeed very nice. 2 months. Thanks for your Twitch Prime subscription. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Welcome back to Jambo. In just a moment, I'm gonna perhaps even do a vote for the viewers. But in the meantime, as we're watching this screen, how are you doing? I've heard you've sort of done half of your surgery. Now we're waiting the second part. And God, I'm a bit squeamish when it comes to like dental work and everything, but in your case, that is crazy. For a good cause, though. So. I suppose is where. Well, we're at this point. I have 16 gigabytes. I think I should have 16 gigabytes on this PC. I might upgrade to 18. What am I saying? 32. Because this is wild. So, let's turn off the music, because we're going to have some music in-game. Oh, right, another one I wanted to add. So yeah, add to the list. I wanted to add roundabout pathways builder. And I also wanted to add the balanced citizen arrival. I generally don't remember what the name of that mod was. But basically, when people are immigrating into our city, make it so that they are not all of different ages, not of the same age. So we're going to avoid the death waves, because right now we are death waving like crazy. Like half of the city is dead. I had 70,000 people. I had 70,000 people. I've dropped 20,000. Oh, right, 1,000 right now. And yeah, Sophie, unfortunately today I don't have encoding, so only highest quality. And if your internet cannot handle it, unfortunately, it's gonna be like that. Or if there's any other reason that you're, well, whatever it is, whatever the reason is why you are currently audio mode only, that's absolutely fine with me. I've just noticed that this is ugly. Oh, this whole thing is ugly. It's like look at this. Look at these jaggies. Look at these jaggies. Horrible. All right. So yeah, this once again is Jamville. As it stands, the Poop Lake has been defeated, and that is honestly one of the proudest moments, because this has been growing out of control. That was crazy. We of course have our Sea Isle and Sunset Hills. This technically is the same thing, and also there's the little attractions thing, the Heatherland. It's not Disneyland, it's not Legoland, it's Heatherland, named after a header. So as it stands, we have these, and these are called traffic jams. And what do we do with traffic jams? Well, we try to solve them. And so the last time the solution was as follows. I would build a railway service coming from, well, basically like crisscrossing this whole area. Maybe starting here, there could be, I think we can organize like a sort of a railroad station over there. At maximum, I think I was going to, I don't think I can bring it there. So there's a little bit of like a central hub action inside here. There's still a possibility for me to actually bring the rails inside here, and one of these spots can become a full-on, full-fledged railroad hub. But there's a university, we have public library, high school, and university. It's not like there's a lot of space in here, but then again, for example, Walnut residence, the Fawn residence, and the Broad residence, and Cheddar residence, and of course the Pearl residence together with Birdsong residence. That is a wonderful surname. Can actually go bye-bye. Oh god, your router has been sick. The heat makes it drop Wi-Fi, leaving only with mobile data. Wow. I mean, I can imagine it could overheat, depending on what you're trying to stream on it. What you're trying to Wi-Fi on it, I suppose. Well, hello there. Fire services? I just specifically hovered over one fire station. Oh, that's the lumber company, actually. Really? Fire stations? There you are. This needs more than one car. This needs more than one car for sure. Okay, that's 2 cars. Where are you going? Generally, where are you going? Seriously. Why are you going around? What? Wait a minute, wait a second. Why did you... Now it's in a traffic jam. Now it's not even going around things. Where's the other one? There was 2. One just disappeared. What on earth is happening? I mean, oh, okay. There's one. The other one is stuck there. What is about this? Okay, this one just goes straight. Okay, one of your friends has just messed up big time. Is it still stuck? It's still stuck in there. Sir, I don't know. You need to check your navigation software, because this is, of course, now the other side is on fire. That's gracious. And I'm still pretty sure that I don't have any disasters on. But honestly, in a way, this is a disaster. This is an uncontrollable disaster. Okay, more fire stations. Do we have okay coverage? There's the fire station over there. There's the fire station over there. We even just saw a helicopter coming all the way from this station. So this should be covered. But yeah, this has now burned, and well then. Okay, well, I can't do anything about it really unless I plop even more stuff. But as it stands, the plan today, the grand plan today, is really figure out the railroad services. So, as it stands, I need to figure out which side the railroad is gonna go by. For example, here I can either build a railroad services over here, or I can even push them all the way to Heatherland. I like build it, or even somehow try to encompass or sort of surround the airport, the attraction park, and the festival area in one, like, so it's gonna service all of them. Also this riding statement, if they wish. So theoretically, I can even send the rail over here somewhere. That's one option. So either here or over here, and so that would mean basically, well, I can technically still send the rail here. I think the initial plan was to send the rail past this side and finish it here. Then, of course, is the big question of if I'm going to have people coming to here, then how are they going to get on the other side of the town? Of course, I have set up a bus route. And I think it's like slowly chugging along. School bus. I'm not sure why is there a school bus, because there's not a single school around here, which is another thing. But there are some living quarters around here, so I'm gonna plop some schools, maybe even a university. Why not around here? Oh, so the bus goes there? Give me a second. Okay, this is getting interesting. Traffic low 73, so once again, we would love to raise it to at least 75. There's, of course, a big traffic jam over here, which is also a problem. As it stands, I've tried to fix it, but as it stands, this harbor generates so much traffic. It is crazy. I might offer some of these folks to perhaps try and turn around. But then again, this is definitely the long way around. They can go to here on the road and then out of the city. It almost feels they need some sort of much more hardcore solution. Let me just say that. And I don't feel like adding another, like, let's say adding a tunnel that goes underneath here and then pops. You know what? Maybe. Adding an underground tunnel that goes through here and pops maybe over here actually might be a solution. Because if I'm not mistaken, all of these people, or at least quite a lot of them, are trying to leave here and go on a highway. Yep. Over there. Over there. Can I click on any of you? Sir, you are in the way of me clicking on things. Oh, maybe I cannot do it that way. Yeah, I think I need to close it every single time. Yep, as you can see, like every... See, now I can't click. But every single car wants to go out, and so they're all hitting this intersection. And that is not helpful. I think this is worth trying. Honestly, this is worth trying. So, there's gonna be a... Honestly, what I really want to do is... And I can do this still. The tunnel is not just gonna go to here. The tunnel is gonna join onto here. How about that? And then this can even become like a 4-lane highway. I like the sound of that. Or that, or a mass transit hub. Again, these are two options. I'm still like, even if there's going to be a tunnel, I'm not going to stop the idea of building a railroad and maybe some sort of a traffic hub. This really needs to happen. One thing before I forget it though, I wanted to check out the route. Oh, so yeah, I did build it that way. So it goes around there, passes through here, rather, goes to the right, has a stop by the attraction park, has a stop by the festival area, has a stop around here in the suburbs area, and then just goes back. Yeah, this is okay, although of course it needs to go through this intersection, which is iffy. We can do the mass transit hub first, although again, I think in that case I need to really place it close to everything. I just noticed this. Klopschatten. Okay. And a trinket emporium. Fantastic. Just the unicorn with a rainbow going through it. Has a pretty interesting look. So yeah, if I do place that monumental hub, so I do believe these do have, passengers, but... And Karish, thank you very much for the host. Welcome one, welcome all. Once again, the Swiss community has been nothing but generous to me. Welcome. Wouldn't be surprised if Trox is there again somewhere. This is usually how Trox appears on my streams, through a host from a Swiss viewer. And that's thank you very much for the follow as well. You might have seen me, you might have heard me. I'm Jam. I sometimes do TCS Esports League. I also do other kind of things. But over here, on my personal stream, I do long-form games such as City Skylines. I play through my backlog of games, which is called Jam versus the Backlog. And I do a variety of other things, but these are sort of the main ones. Red and Lily, thanks very much as well. And yeah, podcast Nessus Games for sure. And Nils, thanks for follow as well. You're all welcome to be here. It's going to be a chill stream. There's not going to be any shouting. There's not going to be... Well, there might be shouting if something doesn't work, and I'm going to be shaking my fist. But this is bound to be a chill. Everything around here is made to be chill. Speaking of which, this mountain, this little hill, needs to chill out. I can even do it like this. Let me a second. So I'm playing modded City Skylines. That was a bad idea. Really, it couldn't be that low. It's not that low. You are telling lies. Cannot. Okay, this. Okay, this is. Oh, okay, there is a small hill over there, and I suppose. Ooh, yeah, ugly. You needed someone calm after Kukarish has shouted at you. Well, you've come to the right place. I can most definitely tell you you've come to the right place. Just do a little bit. This is not important for my goals. Again, I'm procrastinating. That's what I'm doing currently. Oh, once brings the worst out of me as well, Karash. I know it's exactly how you're feeling. Once is the only game mode in Rocket League that makes me... That's... I wouldn't even be afraid to say the word rage. It's hard. Alright, so... that area now looks just slightly prettier. There's still, like, bits and bobs here and everywhere. It is not as important. Here's a little festival area, looking quite lonely at the moment as it stands. Okay, but let's go back. Get the perfect shot of that road when you made it level. Exactly. And it might help just to have the buses up there instead of on that road. People will walk quite ways with the path you put. Which road did you mean? Again, if you can pop out of the audio mode. Which road did you mean for the buses? People walk quite a ways, and the path you put shouldn't be bad. Do you suggest I just? But then again, if there's a bus stop, they should be waiting here, right? Whatever happens. But then again, all of them. See, the problem is sort of ish. All of them. All of them want to get out of the city, it seems. So I need to find a way for them to get out of the city. So it could be a bus route to the mass transit station, and then we're gonna see what's what. Yeah, good luck grinding Valorant. I still haven't tried the game. Obviously it's now in the open beta, I think, or like closed beta, but pretty much everyone can join. But yeah, good luck in grinding, good luck in streaming. And Nils, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you as well. Can the buses get through the traffic jam? See, that's the thing. The buses are actually pointed the other way. As you can see, if I pop in the as well, they go, let's see, clockwise. Well, the traffic jam goes counterclockwise. So yeah, they can. That said, they can. Again, I'm still not sure if there's a school bus. There isn't, surprisingly enough, there isn't that much traffic, but again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more because this is purely intercity. And it needs to be outer city as well. Very much outer city. Interestingly enough, though, look at that. Remember that traffic jam? Again, ebb and flow and all that kind of jams. But this no longer has a humongous amount of cars. There is a problem around here. But all of them... Where are you even going? Okay, you're not even going anywhere. Hello? Oh, you're all parked. That's why it's not showing. I was wondering. Weird. You're gonna work out for an hour and 30 minutes? Good news! I'm gonna be streaming for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. More, so you'll have plenty of time to do your workout or do your workout and watch the stream. It's possible to do both, I'm pretty sure. Radio, yeah. So, still, the question remains. What do we even have for those? I think there was even a separate option, like public transport hub. So there is a multi-platform end station. I don't think I need 12 platforms. I don't need 12 platforms, I'm pretty sure. If we're in bus exchange stuff, that is in... Oh, okay, I don't have a ferry, that's the thing. That's an international airport. Also, I'm gonna check it out just a moment later. There's this monorail... no, that's not it. So how big are you even? You are humongous. That's what you are. Interesting, it says 12 platforms. Honestly, I'm not seeing 12 platforms. I suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Although, obviously, some of them are servicing the same rail track. So I think still in total it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 train tracks that can go out of the spot. I don't need 7 tracks, that's for sure. But this still could be that, just for funsies, just for the heck of it. I can build one here, and then... Oh, there's gonna be a park over here that I'll just have to burrow through almost. But yeah, theoretically, I can even go through here. So, if I plop it here, It goes somehow through here. I can raise it. Then past this area. Make a station around here. This would be a perfect place for a station. I think a glorious spot for one. Then people around here. Although this, of course, will create then traffic issues around this part of the town. What can you do? But then where do we put it next? That's the question. Where do we put it next? There's still a possibility for us to bring it here and somehow put it into the city. That's gonna be a mess. Are you something? You are a child health center. So there's a very good spot around here. I feel like this is a perfect spot for a train station. I'll have to move stuff around. An above ground metro station, as it stands, it is technically possible, right? Metro doesn't mean that it needs to be short or within a city limits. It can really be just. It is possible. It is most certainly possible. So yeah, there's the metro station, there's elevator metro station, and then the tracks are just tracks again. I can build them anywhere, so bam, they're raised now. So what do you think? Should I build a proper train system, or, well, sort of proper train system, basically a stop here, and maybe a stop in the center of the city, and then I'm not sure if I want to expand into this side. I think I'm going to just plop them. If there's going to be a station, there's going to be just 3. Plus, later on, I can connect this railroad station to the outer railroad station, or rather, rail network. And I can also take in the trains from outside, which is also, again, is going to reduce the amount of tourists. Let me actually quickly see. So, you folks, you all really want to get out of town. Where do you want to go? You're going to... You're a tourist that is going to the zoo. You're going all the way to the Monkey Palace. Okay. I mean, that's perfectly fine. You're going to Zoo Plaza. You're going home. All right. That is absolutely understandable. You live here. Okay. Still, it seems like going to zoo, going to birdhouse, going to Monkey Palace, park with trees, really? Okay. Expo Center, fantastic fountain, statue of shopping, department store. Look at that. There is a lot of people who, well, tourists. Again, tourists are coming to your city to see things. This person is a tourist, an uneducated teen on his Jeep, or their Jeep, going to a sauna. I did not expect that to be a tourist object, but I suppose it is. I've put a sauna in my rich neighborhood. It is an attraction. So interesting. Look at that. As it stands, there is a lot of people around here. Obviously, tourist objects. They're going to the zoo. That's not the most important thing. I think I finally realized why there's such an influx of tourists. Also, I think it has fixed itself just slightly. We no longer have like 10 ships just banging on each other around here. So I'm not finally understanding that this is basically a tourist hub. Passengers come and go outside of the city. So tourists. It's going to be tourists pretty much. And tourists come inside the city to look at the entertainment places. For example, we have the Chirpix rocket right around here. Oh, speaking of which, we can now launch the Chirpix rocket. So if anyone wants to name the Chirpix rocket after themselves or after anything else, you can use the channel points for that, and you can then name it. But yeah, Chirpix Station, stuff like the Central Park, stuff like that Winter Market. There it is. That appeared at some point. And of course the zoo, a 5-star zoo. I mean, it's worth seeing. It actually looks pretty cool. We're out of water again, but never mind that. So I need to think about it in the same fashion then. I need to think about that. I need to take that in consideration. There's now going to be people over here who are just rushing to go and see stuff in my big city. So no question about that. I need to find a good way for transporting them. Okay, so how about we do that then? So I'm thinking of building it like that. So, where's next? gonna be here. You know what? It's not a good spot. It's not a bad spot. That's a very important distinction. Can you... Okay. Let's start building. So, I'm gonna build... I still don't know if this is a... This might continue expanding. That's the thing. This might continue expanding, so I might as well just plop the big option. Plonk. Then again, technically, it generally does not really need that many lines. Maybe later. Obviously, this will grow. This might grow later on. So then I wanna have a train station around here. I'm gonna mark it immediately. I think I'm also gonna slightly separate it from everything else. So there's gonna be a section of this road that goes here. Almost like a little... Yeah, just like a little here. We can even plop something in the middle there. So, a normal train station. Just a train station. Yeah, this works perfectly. So only, how many? Yeah, both, 2 in both ways. Okay. It's looking fine. This might need some... Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. I might still need to move it a little bit. So, thanks to the Move It mod, this is not a vanilla functionality. Thanks to the Move It mod, I can do something like this. There's even a bigger plaza right here. There's this ugly... I think we can fix that. Hello? Oh, I haven't selected it. Yeah, this is prettier. Also, apparently train station need water, as if somebody just needs to do something inside there. Oof. Yeesh. Also, this is full of trash. Garbage has piled up. Oh, right. I don't think I've done that just yet. I think I'll pause it. And what I'll do is I'm gonna fix this. And then before it grows to some crazy levels, I'm gonna fix the garbage situation. No, there is garbage collection around here, just that it needs to go around a pretty big way. She has been testing her boundaries this week. It was bound to happen. It was definitely bound to happen. And thanks for your kind words. I do appreciate it. Oh, maybe there's a new icon. Don't remember this icon for pedestrian roads. This is actually pretty cool. Oh, right. Zonable stuff as well. Yeah, I keep forgetting. You can use zonable roads with this one. Tiny roads. Ooh, this is lovely. This is looking absolutely lovely. Like stone slabs. Promenades. Later on. This is going to be beautifully decorative. What I want to do, though, is go here. Train tracks. So I think that I'm going to hit maybe this spot and then go underground. And go up. These rocks will have to go. Yeah, herein lies the problem. Also, this needs to be curved. Like from this spot on, this definitely needs to be curved. Ooh, no. Not like that, though. Yeah, like it can work like this somehow. Yeah, I think it can work like this somehow. Ooh, I think I even got a spot over there somewhere. I swear it turned green for a second. Or blue, I suppose. There it is. Oh, does it have to be curvy? Fantastic. Alright, so there's a connection. This once again will have to go underground, but for now, I'll give you water. There's now, okay, this is slightly iffy, but this can still be fixable. No, not selection. Do you snap? Yeah. Yeah, this is perfect. And then it goes over there, and this could be slightly, boy. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Alright, so there's that connection. I wonder if there's gonna immediately be a traffic being generated. I doubt it. No. But okay, so here's this area. This area immediately needs... There's a bouncy castle park. Honestly, that bouncy castle park is no longer... It's no longer fitting the place. Dock park also no. Japanese garden. I need something big enough to fit in this space, and unfortunately, like, a lot of these things are just barely big enough. Park with trees. Oh god, now this is too big. Like this one is almost ideal. Can still expand it, plus there is the question of this being slightly iffy. Worst case scenario, I do have the fantastic mod that is called Anarchy, and we're gonna Anarchy it just a little bit. This is perfect. Like, what was he even complaining about? This is perfect. And I'm gonna then remove this. Sorry. I mean, Bouncy Castle Park, fantastic, but we're gonna have a normal park over here. Don't frown. Don't frown. Everything's gonna be all right. Okay, turn off the Anarchy because that might get us some bad results. And let's start planning. So it's gonna be connection to this part of the town. So it honestly looked like a bird for a second. It's a plane. Can I click on it? I can. Bring some passengers. Although this flight style, okay, there's some very sharp turns. I'm pretty sure everyone's just screaming inside that plane. So I was hoping of maybe putting a train station around here, because immediately here there's at least 2, maybe even 3 bus lines that are being connected here. So my plan is I will plop a train station. Oh god, I don't know how I'm gonna... It might be slightly futuristic. Oh boy, yeah, it like calls for a lot of demolition. There's immediately a metro here as well. Okay, so if I would like to move you, is there a good spot for a clinic around here somewhere? This would be a perfect spot, I think. Just like, a space. It might be time for quite a big reconsidering for this whole area. Oh, this is actually a good spot. Yeah, let's move it there. I think that's a perfect solution. What about here, though? This can still also be changed. Like, this can be moved. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do... can I, like, do it slightly officially? Like this. Then this whole road can be shifted. This is slightly iffy. But we can still... Really? Oh, darn. I think I can sort of undo that. Let me then... If this is the case, then I'm gonna move it all the way over there. But first, though, I'll have to fix some of the metro issues. Metro. Don't tell me you just broke the line altogether. Oh, goodness gracious. Drag stop to move it. No, there was a drag line to add stop. Oh, you're... This is now slightly unconnected. Darn. Darn and rat. Underneath, please. Thank you very much. Nope, not curvy, not curvy. We don't need any curvy stuff. Slope too steep. Is there... Well, here comes the fun part of this, and it is... Oh, I see how it is. Okay. I generally don't remember it being... Not a problem. That's not a slope. You call that a slope? Okay, but that's that part. I'm pretty sure it still needs reconnecting because it has messed up some of the line business. Okay, I think it's immediate. Oh, I think I broke it again. Drag line to add stop. It's all good. It's all good. And then maybe from here to here again. Oh god, oh, I think I messed up big time. Like there's a bunch of can I just... Okay, see, this works. This absolutely perfectly works. I think this should work, right? Watch as like a ton of passengers, a bunch of passengers have exited this. Okay, now there is a flood of passengers. I haven't messed it up, right? There should be a line, the same line that services the whole town. should be going through there. I think they just got scared because I've changed a couple of things back and forth. There's definitely still people underground. Okay, this should be alright. So let's continue building this. So, first of all, this is all going to be D-zoned. I'm very sorry, but you are going to be evicted. Just a little bit. Just slightly evicted. Might need all of this space as well, so sorry. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of good spots for you. You're not getting built up, are you? No, you're getting demolished. Fantastic. I'm going to be celebrating things getting demolished, but in this situation, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to celebrate this stuff getting demolished. Ooh, boy. Ooh. The lack of FPSs. Oh, god, yeah, there's a lot of recalculation to be done. This could be curvy. There are no laws that are saying this cannot be curvy. But my problems are, and we're going to see how this goes. So if I'm going to place a train station right here. I mean, like a grand hub. So, it needs, yeah, this road still needs to be moved out of the way. You know what, let me pause. I think this is the best call right now. Let me pause. Let me, maybe even, like, to heck with it. To heck with it. I am gonna, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. It is, this space is really narrow for this. Because if this would be a metro station, that's one thing. This is not a metro station. This is a full-fledged train station. So immediately from this spot, I need to send them down. I don't want to demolish this road because this road is also, first of all, there might be issues right now with the bus stops, although I think this is still surviving. Oh boy. Well, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. This is the part of the stream where everything is on fire. What I can technically do, there is a possibility for me to just say heck with this road. I'm going to send everyone to here. As here, this once again this will have to go away. But I think this can work fine. Oh boy, no, that's not what I mean. When I started clicking, that was not what I meant. Yeah, basically a road that goes past here and maybe plops into here. We can ignore that connection. It's gonna become crazy. I have to move the bus stop as well. There's the space already occupied. They're gonna demolish that. Okay, bus stop actually... Oh god, the bus stop has glitched out again. So we're gonna demolish this street. I'm gonna demolish this. I can still maybe redo that later on, but not right now. And how about we then... Maybe I'll even do it the other way around. How about that? So this, and I'm gonna connect it to this road. I really would hope it didn't show me the underground, because right now this is confusing a little bit. Oh god, there's also a problem. I'm sort of building this on top of the underground. I think I'll have to build it like this or something. Otherwise, there's going to be humongous problems. I'm already envisioning problems with it as it is. I have my doubts. I have my huge doubts. Also, excuse me, I've actually utilized those roads. I'm absolutely loving the idea of this kind of road. Though there's right now there's not that much space for me to build it. So this is gonna defy some laws of, if not physics, then at the very least, yeah, basically. I don't want to connect to anything, but if I just like sort of construct it like this. A train tunnel that immediately goes down underneath this building. Well, not even underneath this building, into this building. And then... Sophia, in the end, what I did, I think, you suggested, hey, what if we use metro for this, an above-ground metro? And I said, what instead? We put the train tracks underneath the ground. Yeah. Well, we're going to see what's going to happen. What about the why does it say slope too steep? There's really isn't anything about slopey about that part. Anyway, where do I even need to go? Where's that? Here's that connection. Okay, so I'm actually go here. And I'm gonna start it like putting it to, I mean slope, I mean maybe that's the problem. So it wants it gradually. So I'm putting one here. Oh, no, not here. Immediately after this. So slope to steep. Yeah, it, oh God, it still wants to demolish stuff. I don't want it to demolish stuff. Why are you insisting on demolishing stuff? Something about like where it connects. Okay. I don't want to click it on it right now and then figure out in a second that it's gonna destroy like 20 everything. I don't think it did. All right, so this is the craziest idea ever. This is absolutely wild. And that was, by the way, I think was intended to be like a fire station anyway. So what this needs is like a pedestrian bridge. And I would really, let's utilize this. I really want to use this stone one. I'm gonna put it here. Honestly, maybe it doesn't work as well with what I want to do. So of course, there's immediately the problem of this being like too high for the whole darn thing. Let's turn off snapping. I want to build it over here. And something like this. No. Oh, this is so horrible. Because it's anarchying. Because it's anarchying. Actually, no. You know what? It's surprisingly enough, it connected this. Oh no, I don't want to delete it. No. I don't want to delete it. What I want to do. So what? God, please be merciful on us. No, you know what? Purely on the basis of this needs to make some sense. What do you mean slope too steep? There isn't even... I give up. What slope are you even on about? Also, why did it put it on as a street? Did it? Oh darn! Did it? Oh yes, those are right. I completely forgot I was saying. Ooh, these are looking very nice. Zonable pedestrian stone tiny roads. I don't need zonable. Yeah, that's the thing. You know what? Knowing they also sort of behave as roads, I think I'm gonna demolish this. That's now how I planned to put it. Let's just take any road, any sort of road. Pavement path, park path with decorations. I like this one as well. This one's have nature reserve path with decorations. They almost look like lampposts, and I would really love perhaps have some lampposts. You know what? Let's do it. Let's have it like that. I think that's going to be very nice indeed. Not you, you. Down there. I always make it look incredibly ugly somehow. This is going to be more natural. This can also... It also has no pillars whatsoever. That's the magic of this town. Sometimes these things can just... Oh, there it is. I couldn't find it. Even say even lower? Yeah, the problem, that's the node. There isn't a node in the middle. For at least height-wise, it looks okay. Alright, so let's see. When I connect both of these, I need to fix this now. Because this bus route has been killed. Where... So, drag stop to move it, drag line to stop. I want to add stop. Barf. Bartholomew. I don't want to create a new line. I want to, like, it's almost, it's already says, hey, there is a stop around here already. Okay, so I need to really just move it. I'm gonna move it back here, I think. Okay, fantastic. I might want to do something about this ugly road. What if I... Yeah, perfect. Although the bus stop is now sort of in the... It has disappeared, the bus stop. But other than that, this is looking nice. All right, so... oh, do I need to... Darn, do I need to set up the train lines as well? It's a metro line 2. Train line 2. Yeah, I need to set up a train line. Well, there's going to be one. It's going to go there. It's going to come up there. It's going to end up... God, it's just a huge stop around here. And then, can I just send it back? This is weird. Oh, does it? No, that's it. So add stop, and that's the final line. Do I need to somehow connect it to somewhere else? Am I doing something wrong? This is the one which is connected to something. So I'm gonna add a stop here, and this is the final stop. So okay, if I go back here and sort of try to extend, okay, there it is. And I'm gonna go all the way back, and it's gonna complete the loop basically. Complete line. Okay, fantastic. Train line. A city to beach. Yeah, here it is. The first train. It has 7 passengers on it. Fantastic. But overall, it should be all right. Look at that. We have our train station around here. We have a way for people to move around. They can then immediately partake in a variety of bus stops around here. I can move around. Again, they're just going to come out here. I don't think I can connect this side immediately. I wonder if I can. I wonder if people... I think I need a train that's going to arrive here. And I'm going to see where the people are going to come out of. And also, as it... also, plus people are moving over there. But there was a road here previously. So, sort of, it's not a change. They're just using the previous route. But as it stands, and as it happens so often with stuff like City Skylines, I don't feel like I've done much. I don't feel like I've necessarily... geez, I think I need to style my hair after all. I don't think I've, like, done a lot, and yet an hour has already passed. How does that happen? Never know. Also, I really hope the trains are alright, because what's currently happening, if we just ignore this, if we don't look at this angle, where the train goes straight into the building... this public library, poor librarians are constantly going shh, shh, but it's like it's useless. There are trains going underneath the building on a regular basis. Oh, this is, in many ways, this is ridiculous. So I want to see the first train that arrives here, and then I'm also going to check out how the passenger flow works on the other side of this line in the beach town. Oh, have I something? Oh, I gotta selected this bit of road, and then I've just lowered it. Actually, I haven't even lowered it a nasty amount, but I've just seen like things regenerate around here. Now, what I wanted to do was not even select anything. I wanted to just go underground and see what's what. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's the first train. I was afraid. Oh, okay. So whatever happens, they arrive to here. They offload the people. People go inside the station and then spread outside of the station. Okay, and then this train goes. 110 passengers. I think this is already looking pretty lovely. Then where do you go? How many of you just pull out a car out of nothing? Not a single person using the metro. Interesting. I think many of you are going to a bus stop, right? Yeah. These folks are immediately going to the bus stop. These are maybe about to use the other bus stops. Where are you going, for example? Oh, you're moving to that bus stop. You're moving to that bus stop. You somehow going backwards. Okay, so other than that, I think this is looking okay. I might need to recheck my bus allocation at some point because I haven't looked at that in a while. A bunch of lines might be just running empty buses because nobody needs to service at those stations because a lot has changed. People are, by this point, might be using something different. All right, so seemingly in the center, it works. People get out. I'm surprised nobody used the metro, but maybe later. People get out of the train. People then immediately spread out to the bus stops, which is fantastic. Again, another train has arrived. Another spillage of people. Where did they go? Any old place. Again, nobody's using the metro. I have a strong suspicion, unless this updates later on, I have a strong suspicion this is broken. There's not a single soul in this metro station. Have I borked my metro somehow? So yeah, there's people here. People are coming in. You can see them, yeah, down there in white. Train arrives here. Train arrives here. I don't think it's even stopping. That's the problem. Darn, I think the metro got borked after all. Oh, there isn't. Right, there isn't a stop. That's the problem. There wasn't a stop. That's when nobody was using it. Right. Let's make sure. I just saw. Oh, there's like lines going through it, but nobody's stopping there. And that's the problem. Okay, this also is slightly iffy. This is a hazard, so I'm going to move it slightly here. Oh no, okay, so this is weird, this is weird, this is weird. Metro, did the metro just split somehow? Oh dear. You know what, I'm going to take a short break. And then I'm going to try to figure out what's wrong with the metro. I might just redo the line. It is not hard business. I don't have anything special. So if you just look in metro, there's just one green line. So no, this is right. And it's, I think, you know what it said? It didn't say green line. It said like stops. Okay, first person is coming in, so I'm assuming this is now fixed, right? There's definitely people at the station, and I'm assuming the moment the train arrives and the moment folks are gonna start noticing. Okay, yeah, this is now fixed, right? So I'm gonna put some music in the background. And I'm going to see in about 5 minutes. So, yeah, please enjoy the break. Please grab yourself a drink, a snack. There's about 2 more hours of this. After this, I'm going to return back to the beach town and start expanding it, trying to figure out a variety of options we can do there. We'll also be having some people coming in, tourists, any other visitors, and we're going to start expanding our attraction park, or amusement park. There's also the business of a nature reserve that's going to be built nearby. A lot of stuff to do. See you in a moment. Wait, that's still me. That is not what I was going for. How about this? That's better. it stands, the original Cities in Motion soundtrack, again, the Cities in Motion, City in Motion 2 was made by the same developers, Colossal Order, that made City Skylines. It's like the third game in the series, technically. And you know what? I'm quite enjoying the music. I'm going to steal this for my playlist later on. And obviously, I'm very happy to use this as my break music and intro music and outro music. But let's jump back into the action of the city of City Skylines. There it is. There's a beautiful city. I had another idea as I was going around. So, this over here. What if we do... I can't remember which part this was under. Public transport, perhaps? I think it was this. A large airport, 2 runways, 11 terminals, ready to connect directly to a subway network. Wasn't there a... I remember something was connecting immediately to a railroad. It might have been a cargo hub. Nah, the longer I think about it, the longer I think it's a cargo hub, right? And a cable car, what am I doing? Or maybe one of these? Airport? Cargo airport? Yeah, there it is, I think. Cargo hangars and loading platforms for trucks and trains. Yeah, I might be thinking of this one. Cargo airport hub. Because my wild plan was basically to have an airport that connects immediately to a railroad station. And because this is overkill. This is flat out overkill. I might at some point build a big system of these tracks at some point. I can also do several lines. Basically what can happen is I can have, 12 platforms, so 12 lines going all over the place. I don't need it just yet. Since I've already placed it, I might as well. Oh boy. Oh no, it's getting crowded. I think there's 2 planes in the same spot around here. I'm gonna find out if that's the truth. Oh, there's only yep. Gentlemen. And I thought everything was fixed. Yeah, since this has been placed here, I'm gonna leave it there. To heck with it. It's gonna be pretty darn interesting. And yeah, you could see that people are just, wow, overflowing through these parts. But also a lot of them. So let's see. The moment you exit, where are you going? You're going to Helicopter Park. You're going to Fashionable Fashion Shop. You're going to Giga Store, Company, Mega Shopping Center. Oh, sorry, you're going in that direction. I specifically need to look at the people who are going in this direction. Beach Volleyball Court. Leaving the city. Okay, well, you have a train station back there. Jet ski rental. Now let's not going to the park. I want to see if people can reach the park from out here. Tea and Biscuits Cafe. Crest Resorts. Your work around here. Oh, sorry. I read resides at cemetery. I was very surprised at some point. No, yeah, look at that. There's a lot of people. A lot of them. A lot of them are swaying drunkenly on the road and off the road and on the grass and everything. Nobody's going in. I'm gonna leave it for a while. I'll actually go back to the city as a whole. How does the busy entrance? Yeah, this looks like a busy entrance. This is like a busy park. Period. Like if we just look at the numbers, we already had more than 100,000 visitors. This is lovely. It's an option. It's an option, Sophia. Making your own transport hub by basically everything placed together somewhere. Also, yep. I just basically when I made a station around here, I thought about this little side road, and look at that. Ooh, this is getting busy. I like that. I like the look of that. I made a side road. This was previously just like a long road connecting the city to everything. This is extra busy. I might consider moving it around. I don't think. Well, technically I have limitless land, and I think it's about time I start really plopping everything close, so it can just flow a little bit more freely. But as it stands, this is a problem. Also, people are parking all over this place. Well, again, who is to blame? Because there's not a single parking spot right next to the airport itself. So, once again, let me take a second look at this. International airport connects to a subway. And also it is humongous. Like, even here, I cannot say I have enough space for it. So there must be a road or there somewhere. Slope too steep. Well, that's nothing. That's nothing, I tell you. And yeah, I think there's the metro station and everything. Honestly, I'm considering maybe building an international airport over there. And then doing some metro action. A metro shindig. This is busy. Ah, this is great. So people from this area are starting to use trains to get to the city center. This is great. Oh no, your router got completely pooped. Well, that stings big time. Being left without the internet is... we are too used to internet. Being without it, you're gonna go mad. You're gonna go mad. Crazy cuckoo. At very least you have the mobile internet, you have your partner, you have your child, so you're not completely like hermiting. I cannot imagine if a person involuntarily gets put in this hermity position without the connection to the outer world. I know it's COVID, going outside is also not really allowed, but recommended, I think is the better word. I wish I could look inside a little bit better, unfortunately. Wow. Are you all... Look at how many people... Oh yeah, so this is definitely working. This is most certainly working. I might need more trains. Folks, I think I need more trains. No doubt about that. A mobile hotspot, which is a limited thank God, but slow, not so thank God. At least something, yeah. So yeah, train... I think you are train? Yeah, city to beach. So, vehicles too. Pfft. Nope, you need at least, well, I'd say at least 4. Number of vehicles. Oh, you work. Oh no, there it is, it's just slow. Honestly, I'm gonna add like the full-on 6. Because look at that, what do you have? Interesting. I could swear this was incredibly crowded, but this is like stop number... It's a final stop, right? It must be the final stop. City to beach. Really? You're gonna be like that game? City to beach, 3. How is this city to beach 3? It was looping and everything. I mean, not looping. Oh god. It's complicated. Okay. Also, I would really love it to use one. Well, then again, it needs to like sort of immediately go back somehow. But this is most certainly efficient. Is this really 185 people? Feels like more. But again, I'm used to that really super duper compact bus stop that has like 1,000 passengers. Well, one way or the other, it is definitely working in terms of offloading people off the roads. Every single time I think, wow, this is... Oh, speaking of which, look at this. Let me see, people are going to use the buses more efficiently from this point on. I might actually adjust that. Because I need like a pretty much almost a dedicated bus stop specifically for this. But as it stands, look at this. There's no longer a traffic issue here. Fantastic. So this means like this is pretty free. I might even reconsider some of the other ones. There's almost no traffic here. Fantastic. Traffic around here is just going slowly. So yeah, I'm looking for like the furthest parked up car on this road. But then, and here, well, it's ugly, but it works. And right now, not that great. I think when the plane comes in, maybe that problem. People are moving around, fantastic. And then this. Hey, look, even Well, this is slightly worse. Somebody in Sophia's house left her with 2 drops of milk. That is suboptimal, coming right after the router going dark. That is... Well, I mean, let's see. What are your prime suspects? Do you have a pet? I don't think the pet should be suspected at first. Then it might be Z, testing the limits. Testing sort of, will the mom be angry if I drink all but the 2 drops of milk? And then maybe there's a possibility. I'm not telling it's 100%, but it might be your husband. Oh, hey, some good news though. Some good news, Sophia. Heatherland has reached level 2. It now can have rotating teacups in the piggy train. You need to tell Z about this. We'll have a piggy train. That is gonna be tremendous. Okay, this needs to grow. This is ugly as sin. Piggy trains. Piggy trains. Carousel. Wait a minute, did I have... I should have carousel. Yeah, I do have carousel. Piggy train. Oh, this is a door. Wait a minute, do I actually need to, like, build a piggy train route? I don't think I do. But now I wonder. Let's build it, yeah. I want to connect those 2 sides, so... And then rotating teacups. Rotating teacups is so tiny. Okay, let's go here. It wasn't the cat. I don't know. Who likes milk? Cats. You see the connection? It must have been the cat. It most certainly is the cat. Like, I mean, I've seen many cats in my lifetime. It must be the cat. Right, so there is this bus stop. Again, the Quantum bus stop where people can't fit into a 30 big bus. So, let me recheck the bus stops then. Disaster detection. Poor. I'm pretty sure. I can even not click on it. I already know. My disaster detection sucks. What I can do, really, is I can maybe even do 2 bus stops. One around here. So basically, what I'm thinking of is moving, not even moving, but more like, after this, turn to right, collect people at the National Airport. Because if I'm not mistaken, everyone who goes here, I'm assuming people who come out of here, and if they want to go to the city center. You're leaving the city? Yeah, there it is, there it is. This person going to Zoo Cafe, they've just, I'm assuming, just arrived by the plane. And then immediately going on a train, and then immediately going to the city center. Fantastic. So yeah, this works. So this does not need a connection, but I can still offload people at a train station. It seems like majority of the people who are at the bus stop then can immediately go over there. I think yeah, it is unmistakable. Even from that height, I recognize these are all seniors, high wealth seniors, all dressed the same way. Okay, maybe some low wealth adults as well. But look at that, just from the top you can see these are all seniors, gray hair, similar t-shirts, like bright colors, all going for some, for something. Where are you going? Going to the Sea Arch, to the Sea Fortress, to the Amusement Park Cafe #1. Oh yes, my favorite, #1. You know what, maybe I don't even need to change anything. I'm assuming that people from here can make it to here. It is very inefficient. You doubt that the 18-year-old cat opened the fridge. And the reason you give is because he's busy, but I wouldn't put it past him. Again, who's active during the night? Cats. I think you need to think about it. Oh, and these are people, I think, all done with the amusement park. I don't want to be... Oh, no. These are people who... Okay, you don't show it. These are people who are right by the amusement park, and now they want to go to... to the zoo, it seems. Or the public library. Or the winter market. Okay. Yeah, all of them will now go... will go to here, offload, go to trains, right? I just want to see, I want to see people movement in motion. Again, the previous name of the series was Cities in Motion, of course. Yeah, I think this works pretty lovely. Again, majority of them, I think, are gonna go to. Okay, some of them are going left, right. Majority of them should. Well, now it's hard to tell where the majority is. I think it works. And it's well, I mean, if you're a tourist, where do you go? Go to an amusement park, then you go to the zoo. Yeah, right now I just need visitors. I need visitors, and I think people are being brought in. Look at that. It is busy. It is getting busy. So let's just wait. And yeah, I'll stop at the sound. Some of them were going to the Sea Fortress. Look at that. It's actually pretty busy. It is like, looks like your normal touristy spot. There maybe you don't see a tourist group anywhere, like a bunch together with a tour guide telling about stuff. But honestly, and in a weather like that, you are bound to be hiding from the sun. Ooh, there's a high crime rate. Interesting. Juice bar to the left has not enough goods to sell. The juice bar to the right, or bottled water bar, has a high crime rate. I wonder if these two are connected. If the criminals have robbed one spot and now they're robbing the next one. Okay. Why are there... I generally don't understand why they're... Why are there school buses on the line? So all of these people sort of go, oh, okay, this is happening again. I'm assuming this person has been parked around there somewhere. No, they're just flying. Ah, it's nice that the future has arrived to this spot. All right, so indeed, majority of the car traffic has been now replaced with public transport traffic, which is honestly fantastic. By this point, I might even think about making another line, or just loop this line, going the other way around. You are the people using this. Oh, I love it. Yes, look at that. No traffic jam at the entrance to the city. No traffic jam here. Even this traffic jam has disappeared. Again, maybe there was a concert and that's why everyone just rushed there. But other than that, we're moving people efficiently. We're definitely moving people efficiently. How are we doing here? Oh, even here, this train might not be even full. Yeah, look at that. This train has just left half empty. Interesting. Otherwise, let me check this. Let me actually double check. I have a slight suspicion that since I have the mods, to sort of refiddle everything. There it is. That maybe it added some stuff by its own. No, it's 6 trains. Honestly, feels like more. But no, they just constantly keep on meeting at the final stop. It is still, obviously, this whole change was for the best, and while it required some cheesing, I think it works just fine. Ignore that it's going straight to wall. This is the loony town. And would you look at that? It is time for a heavy rain. So, as it stands, we've basically been promised floods of biblical proportions. And we've been promised some rain during the day. It didn't happen. Like I get spritzed. But it seemed like from 10 o'clock and God knows until what time, or just mostly during the night, there's going to be rainfalls of tremendous amounts. Again, right now, like, it's pretty heavy rain outside. It's dark. Obviously it's not just the end of the world just yet. It might be. As it stands, there is an emergency warning starting at 10 o'clock tonight and all the way to 4 o'clock tomorrow, 4 p.m. tomorrow. And as I've heard, there are some warnings about that some of the areas might even be evacuated. Flooded and evacuated. So that's not fun. I'm not sure about the thunders coming in. If the weather's going to go bad, I'm going to cut this short because I don't want to risk it. But even there, I think this has been pretty darn productive. I'll have to still recheck some of my public transport. I'm going to do this next. But first, let's look at this fantastic number. I said we started like 72% traffic flow, 73 maybe. And I said, let's do 75. It has already popped on high. Honestly, it might even feel, it might even be that with the exception like this heavy area, which moves. As you can see, it definitely moves. You might have some issues here. Again, the issue here might be the fact that this road connects very closely, and there's an intersection around here which is not supposed to be there, honestly. I would even go as much as... You know what? Yeah, I will go even as far as say, this is going to be one way. I'm going to upgrade this to one way in that direction. This is going to be fine. How do I mean, I'm okay with people driving inside. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think this just works some of the stuff. We're having flash flooding warnings due to spotty thunderstorms. Wow. That is wild. Alright, well, unfortunately this is going to sort of make this situation a little bit worse. I think it's still much better than what's happening around here. This is just busy. This is an incredibly busy area. There's a cargo terminal that people are also using. Speaking of cargo terminal, how full are you? This is the load I want to see. I'm not sure if there's anything specific I can do about this area that is useful. I think I'm just have to sort of concur that this is going to be busy. Oh, no people are going through here. Interesting option. Interesting. Maybe after a lot of rejiggling, I can maybe somehow readjust roads to be more efficient. Again, they can all. I don't suppose I want them like to all go only one way. It's gonna be weird. But this, at the very least, I think this was quite a hot spot, but now seemingly traffic is building up elsewhere. Still, this I might return to this at some point if this is gonna become even worse. If there's gonna be like everything a gridlock. I'm gonna think about it. But other than that, I think it's pretty fine. Like this part is marked red, sort of ish. But as it stands, oh, actually that is a lot of traffic to the city center. Then look at that, it disappears. Just a big bunch of it. That's about it. No traffic issues here. This is just quickly outflowing. Yeah. I'm gonna quickly double check. This is just busy. This doesn't get stuck. It was getting stuck before. How about this? Even this right now is pretty empty, although a lot of these places have closed down, unfortunately. Yeah, everything else is okay. Everything else is absolutely fine. The traffic again flow increased to 78, so that is as good as it gets, honestly. Garbage has piled up. I know. Are you not getting any garbage service? Your sort of ish somehow are just barely not getting it, it seems. Yeah, your closest stations are around there, which is spotty, which is iffy. I don't know how to help you. That's the problem. Like placing it here, obviously is gonna make it much closer to your spot. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a problem before. Yeah, there's the garbage truck. It's just that it gets to you very late. Okie dokes. How are we doing here? Yeah, honestly, that's a sizable amount of people. All of them, thankfully, have managed to load into one train. I think I'm gonna leave this amount of trains. This looks okay-ish, although maybe it reduced by one. How are we feeling? Let's go back to this train stop. It is now less busy than I thought it's gonna be, honestly. Also, keep forgetting where this entrance is. Yeah, look at that. This station. As you can see, yeah, one of the big train stations has just, a train has arrived, most likely full or close to full. And let me actually see. So, are you full? Yeah, you're absolutely full. So, the fact that it is some of these stops were empty, I think it was down to the fact that The train has just passed there. This still looks incredibly efficient. So you also come out here. Is it like technically, does this count as a... I don't have any people to send this way, obviously, but... I'm assuming this sort of counts as an underground passage underneath the tracks and then out. Must be. A radio. That is beautiful. That's working out just fine. So, one thing I do remember, well, two things I do definitely remember, and one of them is being, we need to get some education going around here. So this is a suburban area, but obviously people live here. No doubts about that. People live here, and so as such, they're gonna need some education. So this can just be disconnected because we have a connection a long way around. This still needs to be connected, so I'm bound to place something in the middle. So what do we have? Knowing that what kind of areas, I'm thinking of doing this instead of elementary school, high school, university, and, well, public library will have to stay. I think I'm going to place community school, Institute of Creative Arts, and Modern Technology Institute. I think that's going to be for best. These are campuses. There's campus area, varsity sports, museums. Museums? Interesting. That's pretty interesting. Also, there's this faculty, which I think is... Oh, it counts as university, it seems. It counts as university. Okay. But yeah, you do not... I'm pretty sure you do not have absolutely anything around here. So, where shall I place you? Shall I compare you to a summer's day as well? That's a very important question. I also love that. Think of the footprint of these. Yeah, the footprint of these allows me to actually place them. All hail the smaller footprint. No, I don't think these buildings. The industry buildings, like commercial buildings, need entertainment, but they don't need education. They need educated people. That's a different story. Wow. Actually, the radius for this is much smaller than I thought. Look at that. It's barely hitting the road up there. If I put it here, oh boy. Ooh, that's a problem. Hey, internet's back. 3 cheers for, well, I mean, first booze for the internet of Sophia Dragon, because the internet decided to just go, or the router decided to go, but then 3 cheers. Of course, 3 cheers. Ooh, I got a friendly teaching. Build one of each eco-friendly schools. Oh, so these are actually eco-friendly. Well, you should have said so beforehand. Didn't know those were eco-friendly. Okay, this one's big. This one's big. I'm gonna place it here. Pop along. All right, everything together. There's supposed to be plenty of medicine. There's supposed to be plenty of firefighting. There's supposed to be plenty of this. Yeah. But now you're gonna get some education. What's the best way? I might even do it like this. I think it's gonna look pretty nice if I just connect it around here. Not rating. I'm going to enjoy using the anarchy right now to just build the roads really close to one another. I think that that makes it a little bit better. And I wish I had a really tiny park option. Like something so... What is the most minuscule? I think small park. This small park is still pretty darn big. It can't even fit inside here. Well, barely, really, with trees sort of trees slightly hanging out on the road. Ah, but that's like... that is... not important. I think, actually, yeah, I can just actually quite a lot move it to this side, and these trees will not be in the way. Well, this one almost is. Yeah, fantastic. I'm not sure about the entertainment around here. These, oh, actually, sorry, there's a bunch of entertainment around here, including this thing, Lungs of the City. Somehow I'm not surprised there's not that many people visiting it, and I cannot choose a name. Well, I think you've chosen one. Welcome. Welcome to Jamville, the beautiful city of Jamville. Observe the posh woods. Welcome to Orchard Park. Actually, do not visit the lumberyards, there's nothing to do here. Visit the Grove Zoo, though, the world popular Grove Zoo, with 120,000 people already have made a visit. It is incredibly entertaining. It is our main park, of course, and I might actually use a bunch of other stuff, but not just yet. For the most part, right now, I'm down here in our beach property, our beach town. Where just recently we set up some public transport options, and they are incredibly helpful. This train line is now carrying, I guess, 155 passengers from this stop, and then, of course, there's going to be demand from this stop as well, so I can see how it just brings absolutely full train to the final station. That is perfect. There's the airport, there's a bus service going through the whole thing. There's, of course, the arbor. That brings us some people. Now that I've installed that mod, I forgot the name of it, but it's like reduce the amount of empty ships coming in. We now finally have like full cruise ships. Instead of 4 cruise ships at a quarter capacity, we now have full ships coming in. But yeah, still, this calls for a continuous expansion of this area. So what can I place here? So Sunset Hills. How big are Sunset Hill, by the way? Okay, they encompass this, and that. That's about it. That's about what I expected from it. There's obviously still a lot of expansion into this direction. Oh, darn. Internet, I already pooped. Are you playing on console or PC? I cannot choose a name. Obviously, it took me a while. Wasn't there? PC. All right. And are you using mods? Well, as it stands, none of my mods are really something that necessarily helps me with growing the city. But mods are incredibly you're gonna see me use some of the mods quite a lot. For example, I've just moved that park just slightly nudge it. That is the fantabulous Move It mod. Okay, the old sorry. I'll have to slightly sort of fall back. The old sea fortress. So it's a fortress made out of rock, built on a sea coast right next to the water. It caught on fire. Just how? Is there a pirate ship nearby that is shooting at it or something? Boy. Like, it should be hardened and everything. Oh yeah, there's obviously also a fire with. Oh god, yeah, I planted all these trees around here. That stinks. Yeah, you're gonna see me use some of the mods as we go for road management. But yeah, still, none of these mods are really something that allows me to grow the city. So you're saying that you're struggling with power and water. Well, obviously the first suggestion is going to be build more of the water pumps and build more of the power producing buildings. But I'm assuming there might be an issue there. I'm assuming you're low on money, perhaps? Where was I? I was here. Trying to find something to place inside this gap, because I don't want to just plant some trees in there. That's just boring. A zoo. Interesting. So I can place a separate zoo around here somewhere, which is actually going to be pretty interesting. 41k, I'm assuming money. So that is perfect. I'm currently getting 3,000, and that's knowing just how big my city is, how much tax I'm getting. So you should have the money, so you can continue building. I can give you a couple of tips though in terms of what kind of stuff. Yeah, for example, this is something I completely forgot about because I'm now using different options for getting rid of garbage, but burning garbage is a good way to get cheap power. Also, the best, as far as I know, the best power option for your money, how much it costs to build, and I think most importantly, how much it costs to upkeep, is, as far as I know, is this solar power plant. There's also solar updraft tower from the DLCs, but I think it's worse. As far as I know, solar power plant, like the operation costs are the lowest, or maybe it's the most efficient. Obviously, you can build a nuclear power station, but this city has never seen a dirty power source. I've started with this row of advanced wind turbines over here. I think no, specifically I started with the wind turbines on the top here on this mountain, or somewhere around here. I kept on moving them, then removed them. Then started plopping these when these became available. But really, these are not as important to my power generation as the rest. So if you have it available, I do recommend use those solar power plants. And again, yeah, the garbage burning ones are the best option, I suppose. I've now switched to recycling centers, which do not provide electricity. And that's also true, yeah. Knowing that you are low on money, you might not be too crazy about this, because how much does it cost to plop that one? It costs 80,000. Yeah. It's for me, it's quite easy to plop a bunch of these and then say, well, job's done. For you, yeah, that's going to be a little bit more problematic. So yeah, turbines. I think turbines might be the... Again, not sure about this point, though. I know for a fact I've crunched the numbers, I've looked at wikis. The solar power plant for ongoing costs is better. But what's right now in your situation that is not available? That's a bit of a harder question. What's your situation with water, though? Because that is usually just place a bunch of these, place a bunch of water pumping station, and off you go. And also trying to figure out where you're going to put your, put your output. Thankfully, with DLCs, I have this eco water treatment plant, which outputs almost pure water. Because what you have not seen, I cannot choose its name, was this giant poop lake that was around here, and it was kept on expanding. I have to move my water pumping station because the water at some point got dirty, and a lot of people got sick. I still haven't found out anything I can put here. I'm pretty sure monuments, monuments like flat out. Landmark also, I like almost 100%. We cannot place anything. It was a media broadcast building. How? Ooh, yeah. I'm too naive. Wow. Ooh, I have not seen these. Look at that. Content creator packs. I can build a huge skyscraper. This will be perfect for some of my skyscraping zones. Like I have a whole like IT sector around here that could use some more skyscrapers. Wow, this is actually lovely. I never went to this stage, and wow. But yeah, majority of this is going to be huge. Like even the Statue of Industry, just such a silly thing, honestly. There's a climate research station, which is everything's too big. Unfortunately, there aren't that many tiny options. Plaza with trees? Unfortunately, clash it. Like, I'm pretty sure if I place it with Anarchy, I'm gonna regret this big time. Yeah, no, this just flat out clips it. And plus we sort of... the thing is, I want to place something else, I suppose, here. Almost I want to place a... I generally don't know what... not commercial, though. Office buildings? I want to just place some... I think I need to rezone this for this to be... but you know what? I think office buildings around here will be okay. Yeah, let's just give it to be office buildings. See how that goes. And as it stands, obviously it's sometimes the grass is much greener on the other end. This is not even a huge city. Like I've seen cities that are twice as big, and I'm seeing much more beautifully decorated. You could see a lot of empty spots here, there, and everywhere. One of the well, money is usually gained from taxes, so you can try and hike up the taxes in the economy tab. Right now mine is like a 12, which is like a default. There's a trick, as far as I know, where you can do this. You can just hike. You can hike every single tax to the maximum. And watch your numbers just shoot up. Like, oh, it's 14,000 for me. But you need to do the 37,000. You need to do this carefully, because in a second, the people will stop coming to your town. That is cheaty. That is somewhat cheesy, but look at that. Yeah, my numbers are going at 82,000. You don't do this for long. 100,000. And I think my numbers are now dropping, so now I'm going to pause and revert this back to 12 because I want the people come in. And as it stands, I don't need that money right now. I'm have surplus, and I'm doing just fine. Other than that, as you can see, you can also check out what's currently giving me the tax. I'm gonna unpause. I'm gonna let these numbers drop. I think these are actually still inflated. Really? Are we still on 100,000? Wow. Did I just break it? People are still want to come in. But... no, I've returned everything back. Maybe it just takes us slow time. But yeah, as you can see, a majority of my cash flow comes in from residential. Again, you can think about maybe building high density... oh, you might not have the high density residential available just yet. But yeah, majority of my taxes actually do come from residential. You can also build up a sturdy industry sector, which can also be a good idea. Or there's a cheap option of, if you have roads, you can put up some toll booths on them, and it can also earn you money. But yeah, let's quickly again look inside. So, yeah, I have a lot of upgraded buildings, so that's why I'm getting quite a lot of money from them. Commercial zone. Industry and office, incoming semester industry areas. You cannot even look at that. Theoretically, yeah, I would say yeah. Currently, my public transport is running at a deficit. Parks are not really giving me much. Yeah, I'm not even getting instant protocols. I can tell you what gives you money in the big towns such as this one. You have a lot of stuff available, but in a small town, that's a bigger question. I generally wouldn't be able to tell. I'm assuming you're keeping a mix of residential and commercial, and maybe starting to build up here and see. This is my remains of my initial industry area. Pretty silly looking. So the big farm area. I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm just slowly earning money. Let me see when you are unlocking the. So you said you were like at 2,000 or something. So this unlocks a bunch of stuff. Oh, and by the way, yeah, 2,200 is where you... there it is. I think that's what it is. 2,200. You unlock that wind turbine I've been talking about, and also you unlock toll booths. I don't think there's that many. I'll actually go into toll booth and see. Two-way toll booth, one-way toll booth, and these are two-way large toll booth. One I'm assuming is going to be later. So you're really close. You're really close. Don't forget to check your demand. If I'm assuming you haven't been already, but see if those numbers down below over here in the bottom. If you see one of them shooting up, start zoning out for that specific area. Because there's a good balance, because the moment more commercials start growing, people I think start asking for more residential, and industry is sort of in that flow somehow. Anyway, once again, industry. I've started with this. It has slowly been providing me with some cash flow. I still haven't even zoned this area on this side. I'm planning at some point. It's nice farm fields. I love the look of it. I just love the look of it. A lot of this game is visual for me. But yeah, check out the advice of Sophia in the chat as well. Ooh, so this might be a problem. Yeah, so if the customers remember this road, remember this absolutely awkward road. I might see. Here's the problem. This shop works, so I'm not sure what the reason is. Interesting. And it's a race guy. Good evening to you as well. Also, remember that rain I was talking to everyone about? It has stopped. The weather is still, like, dark clouds and everything, but the rain has disappeared. I'm pretty sure not for long. And yeah, also as Sophia mentions, sometimes you don't need everything running at 100%. Cinematic camera and free camera mode. Ooh, I don't remember installing those. If I'm not mistaken, it is budget. So, for example, if you don't have, you don't have to, for example, have the whatever public transportation option you have, you don't need to have it at 100%. Chances are you might even need to reduce it. That already cuts down on your costs. Same goes for any other thing. So if you reduce it, snow dumps. No, which one was that? Basically, if you don't, you said that you're having currently issues with your electricity and your water. This is another way of how to increase the production of your power stations and water facilities. You can actually increase these meters over here, preferably both, because you also need them during the night, I think. So you won't have to build a new buildings if you don't have cash right now, but you can sort of get an ongoing cost on these buildings to make sure that the city is supplied with electricity and water. How many elementary schools do I have? A ton. Elementary schools are very small. They immediately get filled up. As you can see, I have... Well, let's say I have 10 at the very least. Let's go. So 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I think maybe, and then 16. They're tiny. They're, as you can see, like I'm still sort of in the middle. Oh, this is also a problem. My high schools are not placed well, or at least I don't have enough of them. So a lot of people are eligible for that. Universities, thankfully, all good. Oh yeah, plenty of good advice in the chat as well, so don't forget to check that. Well, I'm assuming is your Xbox connected via Wi-Fi, or is it wired? Because that might be a thing. This is getting busy again. Remember when I said all of our traffic woes have been solved? And then I'm assuming again, just a lot of people have arrived. But why are you not going to the? Why are you not using the bus? I'm assuming just at some point the bus line is overloaded. No question about it. It's just flat out overload. So if you go to public transport to how do I details? Yeah, for example, I'm assuming this stop. Yep, this stop has 1 million people basically on it. 370. Yeah, look at that. 378 passengers. That is not good. So let me line details. So you are Beach City line. Interestingly enough, some of them there are only 4 stops as it stands. Yeah, you know what? It might be overkill. But let's see if I. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be overkill. Also, vehicle budget control. No. School buses. I think they're also slow. No, they're not slower. They have the same capacity and everything. I can just leave it for the purposes of it looking nice. Another thought that I had at some point is actually building a different. Maybe sort of hey, like to heck with it. These trees, these roads with trees are fantastic looking. That's my favorite type of road, but I might sacrifice it in favor of either building a monorail or a tram line to move some people around. Also, this, if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna slowly build up the amount of vehicles. I still sort of don't see 13 on the line as says, because if I'm not mistaken, there is a bus depot all the way back in the big city, and it's just slowly providing us with more vehicles. I'll see you later, Sophia. Thanks for stopping by once again. Thanks for the support with your Twitch Prime earlier on. Yeah, it's a real shame. Maybe there's a modded road somehow that I mean, it's hard to build those supports and also build a monorail. Tram, you can. I'm pretty sure you can. The best idea would be if that is tram is in the middle. So 2 tram tracks going back and forth. Trees on each side, and then maybe a 1 wide road on each side. I don't think it's I don't think it's a thing in vanilla. What I can theoretically do is I can build an anarchy train track, but then again, the problem is going to be like it's going to go through trees. I don't want to go through trees. I don't think there's a road that like gives me what I want, because there's no need to like, separate trees everywhere. I can build. You know what I can build theoretically? Theoretically, I can build something like even this, even leave this, but still have with anarchy build the tram tracks over the road. It's a thing in a couple of places. It's going to be a pain in the butt. It's going to be a pain in the butt to make that. Alright, how are we doing? How's the city going? It is growing. Fantastic, back to 70,000. Fantastic. Did the office buildings get built up here? Yeah, they did. Okay. So I think next stop is to... Brush size? Huge. Darn. At some point I do need to sort of plop them. Willy-nilly. Because something has already been placed, it doesn't place it on the top. Hey, looking nice. Just improving the look of that just slightly. Maybe not that last one, because that last one is... I mean, I'm going to move it slightly. This last one is straight up on the road, completely prohibiting the visibility on that patch of the road. Look at that. This is looking lovely. This is looking absolutely lovely little area. The roads are... what can you do? You can do a lot, actually. As it stands, you can do a lot. Fantastic. What's... Wow. A hologram, for crying out loud. It's not supposed to be giving out a shadow, though, but... okay. Let's ignore that fact. Okay. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. I think I... yeah. Bum, 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 bum. There was a problem with this. Okay. There was an issue that it was sort of I built it with Anarchy, another incredibly great mod, and it sort of pooped itself just a little bit. Cannot. Hey, Ridley. Welcome. What should you add in the policies? Basically go through them and see what gives you the best cash flow option. What I personally have right now is power usage, water usage. Again, but look at that. Power usage and water usage basically reduces the electricity consumption. Again, another option how you can reduce that demand for power. But again, it costs something. I cannot remember. I think recreational use. Yeah, recreational use is pretty good. Although it increases police budget by a little bit, but it increases the tax income, so I think you can go for that. As far as I know, majority of these are balanced, so it won't be possible for you. There isn't one that is just like win-win. All of these will have to have some sort of a cost. You can also just go here and have a tax raise, just a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, you can just manually change it. But yeah, just to get a little bit money. You can also go inside here. These ones, some of these are not, for example, city planning. If I'm not mistaken, could be pretty good for some things. Encourage biking. Well, I only have encourage biking because I wanted to take cars off the road. But yeah, for most part, while it gives some sort of a boost, for example, less garbage, but this means less happiness, for example. Or this, less garbage, less tax. Technically, you don't want that. More health, less happiness, that's done not even cash-wise. With smart detectors, okay. I mean, they're okay-ish. Again, majority of this is, I just wanted to sort of balance it just a little bit. I have the money, I can afford myself to reduce the electricity consumption, and to heck that it eats like 5 cents off of every building. And there's a lot of buildings, it adds up. So honestly, I don't think I can necessarily suggest any of them. Like free public transport, fantastic idea if you have the money. Right now it seems that you have an issue with that. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure I specifically marked it. vehicle unbunching. And it's definitely not unbunching vehicles. Unbunching is disabled from bunching the rest set to 0. Vehicle unbunching, the game tries to create a gap between vehicles. It is, there isn't a gap. I see just how many of them. You demolish abandoned houses. You need to demolish them with a bulldozer. There's a mod that automatically does it for you, but for now, in your small city, you can just demolish them by hand. Yeah, those buses see trains over there and think, hey, I can be a train too. Oh yeah, and then this stop doesn't have that many people, so I did a great job of removing, or at least I'm hoping I'm doing a great job of removing people from here. Now, is there an option? So right now they're really gonna start moving this area. Can I once again look into it? This bus stop. Can I sort of, yeah, I think this is species line. Oh Jesus Christ! There's a ton of waiting. Wait a minute, why is there a ton of waiting passengers? It seems like the bus offloaded some of these people out, and some of these people are now going to leave. It seems. Time until board. Yeah, this is still not working because again the buses are not coming in quick enough. A lot of them are still stuck. Okay, well currently they're moving. Actually, where are you? Are you still coming in on the line? You might still be coming in on the line. But this is bad. This is horrible. This is not how intended. Is there a way for me to bus depot? Not really interested in that. I don't think they're going to the bus depot in any way. If they are, that's a problem though. I'm assuming it's just also really hard for the game to actually unbunch people. I don't see an option. I don't see an option to make the buses not wait at the bus stop. Just like absolutely ignore it. It might be another mod, but it doesn't seem. Budget control, no. Vehicle unbunching is great, but I'm not sure even how it works. I cannot change it. I don't think so. Bunching is disabled from bunching aggression. I don't think I can change it. That's the thing. Select times delete on one vehicle lines, or you delete, not delete line. I hope it asks me. I don't see anything here that would keep these buses moving. Which then rises the problem. Maybe I don't need that many buses after all. Or I need them over there, but not over here. What I really need is more capacity. That's what I really need. Oh, and herein lies the problem. All this traffic that tries to get to the, I think to the harbor and get on a boat is now forced to wait behind the buses. Actually, where are you going? Yeah, you're parking. You're trying to leave the city. Hey, it's a good city. Why are you leaving? I'll have to reduce it seems, yeah. I decided to sort of go all ham because I was having some issues with passengers over here, just getting stuck. Yeah, this might be the answer. Unfortunately, there is an option for a bigger bus. So once again, I might reconsider how I do this. I don't think Metro waits for passengers for long. So maybe I should. Maybe it's time for some Metro, or again, trams or monorails. And thanks for following. I cannot choose a name. As you can see, I'm also having troubles. I've been playing this for, let me quickly see, well, 34 hours. By no means I'm an expert. But yeah, they all seem to unbunching. Oh, they're also sort of trying to unbunch, it seems. Oh, maybe that's a problem. You know what? That might be also the problem. They're trying to unbunch, and so that's why they're waiting. Boarding, and now unbunching in progress. Yeah. Yeah. Steam Workshop indeed. Also, if you want to install some mods, I do wholeheartedly recommend installing the mod that is called Achieve It. Because in vanilla City Skylines, the moment you start using mods, the achievements are disabled. And honestly, I'm not using anything. Like, some of the mods that are basically like, give me all the money, give me all the buildings. It's cheats, of course. But all the mods that I'm using are not cheats, are quality of life upgrades. That kind of jazz. But yeah, there is... I can actually quickly show you what mods I'm using, and I'm going to go on a quick break. I'm not sure if every single one is going to appear here. So some of the most important ones really are move it. It allows you to move stuff around much freely, and it allows you to really sort of adjust things, roads, anything. For example, if I'm thinking like one of the roads is looking like if there's a poor angle around here, like I don't like this how this angle looks. I can just slightly move it. I'm not sure if I've improved it necessarily, but I've definitely moved around. It allows you to move buildings. It allows you to move a lot of things at once. So if you want to move like the whole section of your build, move it is incredible for those purposes. Another one, if we're talking about building anarchy and fine road anarchy are also quite great for that. Or specifically, like even fine road anarchy is just crazy. It allows you to place buildings, place roads, and other stuff. I'm pretty sure both of these are connected. I think road anarchy and ability for me to place the buildings like willy-nilly. It is incredible. It can lead to some horrible things happening if you don't know what you're doing, but otherwise it gives you a lot of freedom. There's Bulldoze It, that was already recommended in the chat. It automatically demolishes burned buildings, abandoned buildings, dilapidated buildings, whatever not. Other than that, anything that necessarily I want to recommend? Maybe not even after that. Like everything else is somewhat advanced. Although at some point you might start without this, but at some point I do wholeheartedly recommend looking into Traffic Manager. Traffic Manager allows you to really fine-tune your intersections, your roads. For example, I can set up this intersection, and this intersection, by the way, is already set up to have a timed traffic light. And as such, it's not like some vanilla performance. I can specifically say for how long each one of the traffic lights is green, and that kind of jazz. Whose goes on every single green light. It is fantastic. It also allows you things like setting up those turning lanes. As you can see, for example, here, I can set up who goes where. Surprisingly enough, this doesn't allow people to go forward, which I'm very surprised about. But again, there isn't that much traffic. I'm very surprised. Why is that? No, I haven't set it up any other way. Just quickly check. Bam! I've clicked a couple of buttons, and all of a sudden, now people from these lanes can go straight from both lanes. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch. I'm pretty sure they are allowed to go. Otherwise, all the people coming from that direction, and we have some trash processing stuff over there, won't be able to get to the rest of the city. I'm pretty sure they are able to. There's obviously there is nothing wrong with just going to the workshop and grabbing the most popular mods, but some of them are sort of do the same thing, so you gotta be careful. There's a couple of YouTubers that have posted their fresh lists of their favorite mods, and majority of what I've already mentioned is in there. So just check it out, and your gameplay experience is definitely going to be improved by some of these. All right, small break. Actually, I'm losing my voice slowly, and I do need to use my voice tomorrow. So, I'm gonna take a break. Maybe get something hot for my throat, and then I'm gonna perhaps talk less. And one last question: is it better to put commercial besides residential, or is it better to put it into one area? There is a thing about commercial is that it produces noise. So, for example, here's a big commercial area. This is all, if I'm not mistaken, commercial. Yeah. Commercial. It generates noise. People dislike living next to the noise. So as such, it's better to slightly separate them. It doesn't have to be a huge area, but as it stands, as you can see, these commercial buildings are, and as you can see, where the red area ends. They basically need another sort of row of buildings in between them, or whatever you want to put in between them, maybe trees if you wish, to separate themselves from residential. Or you could again just separate them by the roads, leave a big gap, that kind of jazz. I have a grid-based city, so a lot of stuff is close to one another. But for example, here, if I'm not mistaken, this works perfectly. Commercial on one side of the road, and it's a 2-lane road, and with trees in the middle, and then residential on the other side of the road. And everyone's all right, nobody's complaining. So yeah, do separate them. When you'll get an option to build office buildings, as far as I know, it's a very good option to separate the commercial from residential with office buildings. So, for example, right here, All this part is residential. There's a strip of office buildings. There's a strip of commercial buildings, but office buildings are sort of like a buffer between residential and commercial, and so no noise complaints that office buildings do not generate noise. Anyway, let's bring it to, once again, some music in the background. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Alrighty then. The tea still needs to get brewed. It's right here, right beside me, but it said 8 minutes, and I couldn't make my break 8 minutes long because I'm already sort of over the time just a little bit. But yeah, expect a little bit less talking from me from this point on. There's going to be an event tomorrow that I'm going to be participating in. It's a Minecraft Ultra Hardcore tournament, I suppose, the best way to call it. And I'm going to be streaming this at the same time as today, so 6 p.m. Central European time or 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on this very channel. My teammates also will be streaming, but if you want to see it from my perspective. We're going to be fighting against, God, like a ton of other people. I generally can't remember the amount of people, like 13 teams? Could be. All of these are going to be people from the Rocket League community. And speaking of Rocket League community, there's Cyrox. Welcome. Have you not followed me before? Weird. I don't hold it against you. But as it stands, I could swear you're already here at some point. But welcome. Welcome to the following family. I don't have a good name for... It's not like how... The only thing that's currently on my mind is Dr. Disrespect. It's not... we don't have a Champions Club or anything like that. We do have just a very wonderful community. If you want to join us on Discord, I do implore you to do so. It is a supportive and inclusive community that does not take bullies. Well, no bullies, for sure. We try to eradicate as bad seeds if there are so. And as it stands, our community is one of the friendliest, one of the nicest. And I'm not saying that lightly. Interesting. Weird. Well, no worries. Now you're following me again. No grudges held. No worries, no worries. How are you doing? And you know what I thought about as I was taking my break? I think this... Not even knowing that I'm going to be like half whispering from this point on. First of all, this is going to end up being very ASMR-y. Second of all, what if I actually just simply build this line? Oh god, it's going to be uglier. What if I do it both ways? I think it's going to make it that much better. So I'm not sure if I can necessarily have the same line do the same thing. But basically the idea is to offload the amount of buses going on one loop. I just make 2 loops, and that should relieve the pressure of the 2 buses, or rather, which is the pressure of all these buses going that way. I think though I might have to make another bus line though. So what do we have? Honestly, even this one can even make some stops around here. I'm not sure why I don't do these stops. Just make it there. There's okay. Okay, there's a bus stop over there. I'm gonna add a bus stop over here. I feel like this is... You can cover a lot more people with that. So you make a stop here. Make a stop here as well. And then going back down, you make a stop here and complete the line. Fantastic. The Beach City Line Loop 2. Something like that. And then maybe I'm gonna put it to 200 and see what happens. I think this should help. This should help. Same goes for the U. What about... I think I'm gonna reduce you to 200 as well. I feel like this is going to be incredibly beneficial to what we're trying to do. Oh, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of people coming in by all means of transport. And this is still incredibly busy. I want to see if the opposite side of the road starts getting filled in. There might be a possibility that this line... Let me quickly switch to it again. No, as it stands, I think, just like distance-wise, this, the line I've just built, should be much quicker to get by. Well, obviously depends where they want to go. But if they want to go to the ferry, for example, or not ferry, well, the ship, I think they need to take the new line. Still not single person right here? I could also assume that's because they don't have the buses online just yet. I'm also going to leave the colors on the line as they are. It's technically the same line, it's just that they go two different directions, and I don't think I can do that. If there was to be a line, just like a straight line like we have here, that would be one thing. But I don't really have. This is technically my like loop. The loop ends here. But would it be? Yeah, I don't think it's possible to do the same thing. I'm thinking about it. All right, so you are indeed. I wish. I should have a slightly different system for this. Small park. Which small park? Okay, you're going there. You're gonna get there. I think we just need to give it time. Give time for these buses to... Are you still... Yeah, you're still on bunching. I didn't even turn off unbunching because unbunching really isn't helpful. Let's try that. Let's try if this actually works. So, no unbunching. The moment you board all your passengers, really, what I want to see is... Yeah, I want to see throughput. I want to see actual passenger movement. And I think, yeah, I should have just turned it off in the first place. But you know what, now I have two bus lines. Why not? Beach City line loop 1, I think. Yeah, it's a risk. Most certainly. I just didn't know. I didn't know what was the best option, and now I know. And now you know. And knowing is half of the battle. All right, this is looking lovely. Give me just 1 second. There's a bit of a draft as I'm getting some fresh air in this place. The temperature has quite significantly dropped outside, like 20 degrees Celsius outside, and so I'm getting as much fresh air in this place as I possibly can. But now there was a pretty strong draft, so I decided to maybe it is time to close that window. And look at that! Honestly, this almost works better for unbunching than that does. Again, usually when the problem gets fixed in one spot, problem gets immediately appears in some other spot. We're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna see how the movement goes. But for now, this is great. I feel like this is on point and exactly what we needed. Any complaints? Okay, so as I was doing that, again, demand has grown pretty highly. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to build some more offices. I like the idea of office areas. There's this whole little downtown. I suppose you can call it downtown. With all these high rises. And that's our like IT sector. Our little Manhattan, maybe, if you want to call it that. I'm thinking of maybe expanding it. Not sure exactly in which direction. Like this side is already sort of occupied with stuff. I can plop a couple here, you know, there's still spots around here. Oh, I just need to have somehow include them in that. Or maybe there's time to start planning another IT area. There's obviously potentially what I can also do. Maybe the time has come to finally zone these. So this is a wild plan. This might be a complete overkill, and this might once again... Oh, speaking of which, I don't even need to build anything extra. This already all of a sudden has hidden a snack. Yeah. Okay, so I might look for other solutions. So as it seems, when this is operating at full capacity, and I think this is like completely filled in with stuff, farms and everything. Animal farm, really? That little piece of grass is animal farm? Okay, I mean, who am I to judge? I'm just a mayor. I don't understand farming. I'm a highly educated man. But yeah, when this area is working at full power, like everything here is occupied, this is no longer enough. There's also this absolutely idiotic. I'll be the first one to throw my hands up in the air and say, this connection sucks. Maybe. Maybe the time has finally come for me to turn this into a oval about. Not a roundabout, just an oval about. This needs. Oh well. Again, there's going to be also the problem. Well, one problem at a time, I suppose. Because even if there's going to be an oblong about, this might move a little bit faster. Although I think even this is already moving at the highest speed possible. There's just a lot of traffic. That's what it is. There is a lot of traffic. The usual builder isn't going to help me, so I'm going to just play it by ear. Yeah, so let's remove that. Let's remove that intersection and work with something else. So pump and pump. I might even be interested in maybe cutting this down slightly. So there's no business. I might remove some of these, remove the zoning and everything. But for now, let's see. Oh, I don't wanna do that. Something like that, I think. Alright, so this is, if I'm not mistaken, a highway road. I meant so. Just better than Steam Sale. It has become one of my favorite games. And I would wholeheartedly recommend it to anyone if you indeed are interested in something like that. A game about making your city pretty. Or rather, making a pretty city. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's exactly my kind of jam, and I do not say these things lightly. I do not name the games my jams if they aren't my jams. In this case, this is my jams. Okay, so let me see what we can do about this. So, first of all, this. Oh, this is asymmetrical. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. Too many roads. No, this is 6-lane. These are medium roads. Which one is not asymmetrical? This is the one, I think. Yeah, small four-lane road. Turn off anarchy because actually, nope. Actually, I've decided to rethink your suggestion and flop it otherwise. It's not even Well, yeah, I said about yeah, this is gonna be horrible. Yeah, it needs, like, if it needs to connect somewhere, it needs to connect here. So some of that stuff is gonna get demolished. I'm gonna paint it back again, so that's not a problem. Although having no, you know what? I think this is the spot where I sort of stomp my foot and say no. Nothing next to this roundabout, please. Elizara, hey! Figure out the industry traffic from last stream. It looks like it worked. Yeah, I mean, working exactly in that. As it stands, when this area is not fully built up, because at some point I had a drop in population, obviously a drop in workers, and this was keep going empty, empty, and empty. When this is at full, this gets completely clogged up. So I'm currently trying to solve that. Plus, I basically came into this zone. Oh, this could be a problematic. I basically came into the zone because I thought, hey, I have a lot of demand for industrial right now. What if I finally fill in this empty spot? Or there was at some point even a plan to perhaps build up the DLC industry, farming industry inside here. I'm not sure if that actually, the industry demand gets reduced by that. But as it stands, without doing something to this area, I cannot start building up this industry area. It is okay to destroy absolutely everything. I know how you feel. I cannot choose name. I'm very sort of safe. That's not the word. Sentimental. Maybe not. I have refused to remove a lot of stuff in the city, but honestly, it's nothing crazy. You can move whatever you can move stuff around as well. Don't forget that majority of the stuff, with the exception of like the residences, the commercial buildings, you need to demolish if you want to sort of move stuff around. Buildings like public libraries, basically everything can plop from these menus. You can move with this. relocate building option. So you can move that around that. That's the vanilla option for moving buildings. And again, the move it mod is also incredibly helpful. And yeah, the game is not really complicated because indeed it sort of piecemeals you a variety of things. Actually, we do have a new player in the chat as well. I cannot choose a name. Who's currently building their city. Currently at about 2,000 people, and they're also slowly learning the game. I'm doing my best, but I am not the biggest expert on this game. I only have 34 hours, which is honestly nothing compared to some of the people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it basically wants this to be curved. What if I... No, this won't work that way. No, this is going to be ugly. Basically, if I want to connect it, I won't need to connect it here. And you know what? I think I'm even going to rethink this, that, and the other. Okay, so how about that? And maybe this then? Oh god, I'm already regretting this the moment I'm placing this. Where's my gravel road? Where's my... Oh, there it is. It's selected. Silly jam. Anarchy. Something like this. And then maybe a connection here, through here. It's going to be pretty busy. Let's see how this works. Let's see how this works first. Darn. Like in a perfect world, I see how this can work. In a non-perfect world, in my situation, oh, it's okay. Well, I said it's okay. It's connected there, okay-ish. Over here, it is a horrible no-goodness. Let me pause this. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. Let me get some good proper connections going. Otherwise, this is ugly as sin. If I want to remove some of the buildings, that is, honestly, we can survive. As you can see, I'm right now not really that worried about demolishing stuff. God, where does that road start? There it is. Alright, so there it is. 3.6 thousand. Great. It's like twofold. It increased twofold by the time we were chatting here. Great. Good job. And Bento is a mild perfectionist, if you like. That means a lot of destroying and repositioning. Again, Bento, since you've just about haven't even started, I do wholeheartedly recommend getting a bunch of mods. Why are you... Uh-oh, is this now... Wow, okay, this is big. Oh, so, crap. No, this and bam. I'm pretty sure, yeah, a couple of rules got destroyed. So, yeah, yield signs indeed are missing. I've changed it up. You think I need to move it even more? Like increase it even more? Like expand it to all over here? Actually, I think that was even my initial plan, maybe, and then I decided no. I'm not sure why I did that. Let's see how this works. But yeah, then I do recommend installing a couple of mods. Mods on, by default, remove the ability to get the achievements. But there's a mod that allows you to use the achievements while you use the mods, or get the achievements while you get the mods. So, yeah, one of the first ones to alleviate a little bit of destroying and repositioning, it's the Move It mod, which I've just used to move some of the stuff around here. And the Anarchy, which allows me to plop roads more willy-nilly. Or not just roads, everything really. But yeah, some of these are now super tight corners. I'm not sure, like, if here... I can get an angle around here. Even here, maybe I can sort of position it here, but then it's going to be a curve. I know for a fact that they need a much smoother entrance. Like, this is okay. This is okay. This isn't. This really isn't. This is okay-ish, I suppose, but what can you do? Then again, yeah, if I make it bigger, then I can really sort of do it curving over here. I think you've convinced me. I think you convinced me, Super Racecom. I'm gonna make this slightly bigger, which means again a little bit of a removal here and there. And let's try this again. Oh boy. As you can see, some of this movement is slightly iffy. For example, this bridge support has now moved out. Oh, and this is getting... Oh, boy. Speaking of perfectionism, when you use mods such as Move It, there is going to be a lot of this. Absolutely ugly looking roads. I don't want to build anything. I want to move it. I think that's why it wasn't showing me anything. Thankfully, it's all fixable. Are you just slightly too far out? Actually, it immediately starts curving. I love that. Okay, how about this? The only problem is here. How I build it initially, and also this is like now looking incredibly ugly. How I build it initially is I've well, there's a lot of these gravel roads, so I'm not sure how to reconvene them at a good spot, which then melts into the oblongabout. If Ben is ever late for Rocket League broadcasts, we all should know that he's just fixing roads. But yeah, when you really get to the point when you get everything done, oh, it is so satisfying. I do try to reduce amount of this during a stream because, well, it's a catharsis, no question about that. It is not the most incredible content, that's for sure. Oof. Okay, something like this. It is obviously as it's painted, looks ugly as sin once again. But we are okay with sins around here. You know what? Why are you curving that way? This is the way I want you. Jesus Christ. Can I change the direction of curve? I think I can curve it myself, I suppose. But wow. Anarchy to the rescue, perhaps. I suppose I can. There's gonna be. I'm gonna see how this works. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna retreat back to what I was doing. Oh no! I completely forgot. It's a two-lane system. So it's not just one road going in here. Oh, speaking of which, what if I make this one way? Interesting. But yeah, this is curving this way because otherwise people who want to come in on this roundabout will have to make a horrible, like a negative 75-degree turn, which is crazy. That's why it doesn't bend that way. Darn. All of that work, and again, let's ignore this donut-shaped thing. All of that work, and I just completely messed it up in a way. Oh, it needs to split basically. It needs to split. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I'm a dum-dum. Oh no, it's again. No, the idea is in the back of my head. Let's maybe connect this for now. Although, once again, this is getting pretty. I can rebuild some of this stuff. There's definitely more space for other buildings to be there. Wow. All right. Tight spots. Tight spots. I can only connect it with two one-way roads. Yeah. So Specifically, I'm thinking here. So one just goes down and is one way to the bottom, and then again they can go. There's a roundabout. You know what? That might finally fix my issue here. Although once again, this issue then begins. I have two-way roads everywhere. Maybe it's time to do this after all. Or what this can be, I don't know, it doesn't work that way. There's again, if people will be going on this road, going off the roundabout and turning right. Yeah, that's not it. Disconnect the road, well, that road. See, when you say that road, which one of the many roads do you mean? And also, there must be a problem around here somewhere, because all of these, I think, are stopping for something. Like, for example, they stop here all of a sudden. Why? So I need to maybe try to instigate a fix. No, you're allowed to take this intersection, so what's the problem? This intersection? Allowed to do that as well. That is so very strange. Again, there might be a problem in the terms that this bridge is incredibly low. No, they're still sneaking by. I think they're letting each other pass. Oh, Christ almighty, I think they're letting each other pass after all. Sorry, there might be a little bit of rejiggling. Let me pause this, and then we'll figure out the road business. Still, the problem is the node is here, so... Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. I think I need... Yeah, I need another mod. I've been making the list. I don't think I need even more mods. As it stands, I might need... No, this is ugly. I might need a mod that is... Okay, now there's a problem with that. A mod that generates nodes. What that basically means is I will be able to generate more of those nodes on the road, which allow me to do then a variety of stuff. For example, raise this bridge in a specific spot. Really, is this really the reason why they're currently stopping like that? I am in awe of the absolute horror that is showing up here. They're stopping. There's definitely stopping. And then when there's a little gap, yep, they start pushing through. I have not seen this before. This has happened just recently. There's also this little ugly piece. Oh god, no, I'm gonna make it worse. You know what, you can go. Sorry, you little piece, yeah, you can go. No support for this road. Forking road out where you want to have a note. Oh, actually, that is a good idea. Can I then delete the fork? Because it's not like I need a fork. It's more like I need help. This might end up in tears, folks. This might most certainly end up in tears. I think what I'm gonna do is this. Oh, it does add a node, and then I can safely delete it. Okay, so that sounds like an option then. It most certainly sounds like an option. Oh dear, how do I do this? I think I can deselect those then. And now I can indeed move them, right? This is in move mod. Yeah. Oh, interesting. It's sort of... right. It fights against the nodes. Okay. Might make it worse, might make it better. Who knows? Only one way to find out. Okay, Space Hour Recapad is not a problem for us. We can cheese it just a little bit. How about this? Again, ignore the absolutely abnormal curves. Can I just want to select one thing, please? How can I... There, this looks a little bit better. And another thing, yeah, this is no longer blocking. This is now filling up. Fantastic. Yay! How do you empty a landfill? So the thing is, you can only... let me find a landfill somewhere. I must have at least one. Oh, I'm actually cancel that away. So I'm going to use maybe a cemetery as an example, which is a crazy way to go about it, but hey. Yeah, sorry, resistance. I do not have a landfill, but you just go and click on... Sorry, where's my cemetery? Look at this, for example. Cemetery says no more room. I can then say empty building to another facility. In your case, you do need to specify either another landfill or one of them garbage processing centers. The one that Sophia has mentioned earlier, the one that you can generate electricity with. And in that way, all the trash slowly is going to get moved out. And it's going to get burned, and now we're going to have eventually an empty landfill. Then you can either remove it or move it somewhere. There's also, yeah, empty it. It's not perhaps as important as many other mods, but empty it automatically empties your cemeteries. If you obviously put an option in, or sort of tick an option. Empties your landfills, empties your cemeteries. I'm pretty sure maybe something else that needs emptying. You can do that manually. It is not the most time-consuming task. Bulldoze it, which was mentioned earlier, I think is much better. For example, just during today, it seems like it automatically bulldozed 800 buildings, doing every one by hand. Madness. And yeah, whee! Sorry, when was the Wii? I completely forgot what I was building. I was building this area, right? And once again, first of all, it's not connected, so I should not unpause. Second of all, it is still... I'm pretty sure I've worked some of these settings again. All right, so let's meditate on this again. So if I'll have two roads, both one way. One goes up to here. One goes down to here. See, my problem will be that potentially everyone's going to meet at this roundabout. And there's still an issue of this. This almost needs to be one road. Oh boy. Oh goodness gracious. Oh, that's all the trash trucks. Wait, where are you going? What? Oh goodness gracious. Look at where this trash truck is. This trash truck is... Where did I find you? You're over here. There might be some issues with pathing because there's absolutely no reason why this garbage truck should be on this road. And then returning... Where is it going again? Returning all the way... No, sorry, it's collecting garbage in the wood area. Why? You should have your own. Wow. This is wild. Look at that. Like, majority of the traffic around here. You're all from incineration plant. You're all going there. How did you end up here? Like, let me find... You're returning to the facility. Okay, you are indeed returning to this... Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. I completely forgot. You are getting generated here. So, yeah. Combine these two roundabouts by generating one huge. My problem is that all of these small road connections... Theoretically, then all of them can sort of exit from there and everything. As it stands, I don't really even need this side of the road. I sort of build it preemptively to deal with potential expansion. But honestly, it feels like this has been nothing but a headache. And yeah, oh yeah, that's a tight turn. That's that incredibly tight turn. Oh, change is needed, no question about that. So, what if I do? I'm gonna take a normal two-lane road. There's a couple of interesting options. 3-lane one-way. I don't think we need that. That's the thing, I don't think we need that. So, if I make a exit somewhere around here. Again, space already occupied is not that big of a deal for us. We'll play with that later. Also, this gets upgraded to one-way road, but the other direction. Upgrade, please. And I don't think this is going to allow any parking either. So what it does, and this looks ugly, but this should work pretty well. Oof. That is really iffy. Also, this is very iffy. So yeah, a little bit like a Y shape around here. Oh, where did you go? Huh, panic! Panic sets in. Alright, so this is good. And then I can... most likely what I'll have to do is I'll have to do the same thing around here. You though, God, that's the thing. Feels like this needs to be this road. No question about that. And obviously there's this whole area around here. How do I move the vehicles efficiently? I'm almost thinking like destroying everything. More in terms of what I might need is this is good. This is this sort of allows me to move people around slightly more efficiently on the outer side. I think what I would be interested in doing is maybe building a one big, almost like a highway, connecting everything. So folks who need to get really on the far side won't be using this, or will be using the highway. And maybe there's going to be like three exits at the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. 3 roundabouts, for example. But where will it go? I can obviously put it above the rails, or like somehow around the rails even. This is already looking like that system, honestly. Just a little bit, but what then I do with you? And this is still a problem, like, now this ugly bout, I have no other name for it but the ugly about, still need to connect here, so I'll actually do that. This at the very least can technically, not upgrade, but build. Yeah, this is... Oh, goodness gracious. This is horrible. And once again, I'll have to do some things around. Just look at it. Let's look at it in despair. First of all, the shape, absolutely. This is now, you know what this is? This is now a NASCAR oval racing track. That's what it is. The mod's gonna just do the thing, or will I have to watch a tutorial to learn how to use them? Depends on the mod. Some of the mods do some stuff automatically for you. For example, the automatic bulldozing mod. You just turn it on or install it, enable it to turn it on. Bam! It does its thing automatically. Stuff like what I'm currently doing, the traffic manager mod. You might need a little bit of tutorial. There's a great YouTuber by the name of Biffa Plays Games, or I think that channel might be Biffa Plays Indie Games, where he plays a game of his own game of City Skylines, and also he fixes the cities of other people who sent him his saves. And so I think it's pretty good too. It's not even a tutorial as it is. It's more like he just continues on using these functions, a variety of functions, and you just see them in action, see what they do. It's actually pretty darn helpful. What's your situation over here? No, you have been set up since the last time. It is solvable. It is most certainly solvable. I just don't understand what and how and why. Well, Yeah, feel free to ask me any questions about the mods. Again, as I've recommended, I cannot choose a name. There is a couple of very up-to-date YouTube, just videos on YouTube on like the best, most important mods that you would want to install. And again, if you don't want to lose the achievements, I don't think any of them, like the ones I've seen, neither of them recommend Achieve It, which allows you to use mods and still gain achievements. Oh, right, yeah. This is still busy. These people are still want to get there, so if I want to... How do I make that connection? Also the pedestrians, which is another story. Is it really? Is it really the place for a huge blongabout? Has the time really come for a huge build like that? And yeah, they drive on the right side hand. You can set that up in when you start up map. You can change it to left hand drive if you wish. And yeah, also, well, basic features of Move It for sure. But there's like, if you like go here and start moving, like start using all the advanced functions, bam, 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 bam. It's a little bit too much now. A little bit too much for a person who's just trying to figure it out. But basic stuff, yeah. There's a lot of mods have pop-ups. So yeah, no worries. You can definitely figure it out. So yeah, majority of these people, I'm just trying to figure out where they're going. Although right now it's not like 100% helping me. There's still a jam. There's still a jam. And still a jam over here. And I can't solve this by public transport. I cannot solve it by public transport. Okay, so let me actually quickly. Ooh, the amount of traffic here has been reduced. No, you are a bad example. You're also a bad example. Can I get a good example, please? Right. Unfortunately, a couple of them do say, "Oh, there's the next node at which I'm making decisions." No earlier than that. So don't look at me. So you, sir, where to get over there? Intersection too close to the roundabout. Well, there's a lot of those problems. Like this, for example. Yeah, it's also too close to the roundabout. I have a... What if... the south one. This one, yeah, this one, no question about that. No question about it. This was like a band-aid slapped on this one. No question about it. This needs to go. I'm trying to figure out how. I'm trying to figure out the best way of doing this. So what are you? You look very ready sliced fruit. This looks very high-tech. This looks like something from, I don't know, Command and Conquer, or Dune, or No Man's Sky, for crying out loud. This is extra futuristic. What if I do, what if I make this whole round, like the outside area, a big one-way road? No, that's a little bit, no, that's incredibly inefficient, I think. It's gonna be make it worse. Front company for some Colombian fruit processing company. Indeed. I might have a solution. Let's have this as the last act of today. I think I've been trying to make that solution work previously. Wasn't really working that well. Oof. A lot of this is gonna disappear, but to heck with it. Post office. Ooh, wow, that's a very interesting spot for a post office. I'll have to move you somewhere else. You know what, for now, post office. And yeah, in the line of work that Ben has, keybinds is exactly his thing. God, this then gets left. I'll have to demolish you. So the plan is to... Really? Oh boy. So you're not gonna have... Oh god, where's it gonna happen? This needs fiddling with, most certainly. Sorry. Again. First of all, yeah, also, like stuff like this needs fixing. This, for example. That road only goes one way. But obviously there's not immediately a problem of these people getting in each other's way. And also people building up around here, which is iffy. Okay, you have yield signs over there. Problem with some of these people that are crossing to the right side. Did you just drop? Oh boy. Whoops. I completely forgot about this part of the track. Oof, this is now getting epic. Okay, that should work. Honestly, this is already looking somewhat better. Honestly, this is looking pretty much a lot better. This is nice. Still, let's say, even here, we need to adjust it so that there's a dedicated lane. Dedicated lane for left turns, dedicated lane for straight. We should have enough space, I think, to change their lanes. Do you need to go some weird way? It's an okay way to go. In Instagram, nobody's using this road anymore. Peculiar. What I also might do is I might have made a connection to this road, sort of an offshoot. I'd still do that. Do an underground section. But you know what? This has freed it up. And hey, I can choose the name. Got themselves 5.5 thousand people in the city. It's growing. This community is great. I mean, it's hard for... I need to, I think, move you back after all. It's hard to be toxic in such a wholesome game. Are you post? So what's the situation? I can definitely move you somewhere else. You don't need to be there. For example, you can be here. I'm happy to have some wonderful people around here. So thanks very much for everyone being here. Everyone dropping tips for new players. Again, this is exactly what I would want from the community. All right, so this was slightly iffy. This is still not absolutely perfect. This still needs solving. Well, this now needs solving as it stands. I still might just replace the outer road with a better road, because right now, what they're driving on, it works very fine for ambiance, how it looks. But 2-lane gravel road, maximum speed of 30. The 2-lane road I'm currently using, it's already 50. So it's much faster. And of course, this, again, it's an intersection too close to another intersection. That is an extremely bad way of going about things. I can offload them here, but I think that's a bad way of going about it. Also, every single time I see those, whoa! I tried to fix them. Yeah, this is clearly not working. Where do you want to go? So let me see. Where do you want to go? Okay, some of them would want to actually go outside of the city, so they would not want to go down the road. Actually, everything I'm currently clicking, oh goodness gracious, everything currently clicking wants to go in that direction. You want to go either for wait, where are you going? Oh, right, you're going out. So yeah. It's not a challenge, man. Everyone who wants to make a fool of themselves, so making this community even a little bit toxic, straight out the window. I do have a railroad cargo hub. Yeah, I have everything by this point. I've hit the final milestone, so I have absolutely every single building in the game. I do have one of the standard cargo hubs over here, and there was actually a plan to maybe plopping one here on this side so it services maybe the middles of this and also the new area. I'm not sure actually what they're not. They're definitely using it. As you can see, the traffic is definitely moving here. So people, for example, this person, they're exporting. Yeah, they're definitely doing the export. Well, they're not doing it right now. Maybe it's too far for them to go, but that's strange. Like, so this one's definitely, yeah, definitely exporting. Ooh, wait, ooh, interesting. They're exporting it flat out. You can get from here to. No, you can. If you turn here, if you turn here, it's perfect. Oh, is there something absolutely stupid about? It's a two-way. Yeah, it's a two-way. No, people can definitely go. So this person just... Oh, that's their road maintenance truck. Sorry, I'm going to double check this. In which situation, what is straight even? It's hard for me to figure out what's straight. Left is not really working. I'm gonna pick this instead. You can go any old way. Maybe that'll help. Maybe for some weird reason. I haven't really checked what kind of cars go down here. Okay, farm truck is exporting. So yeah, I think they could have done that previously. That's not a problem. And yeah, it's currently again points forward. Let's see if this slightly fixes the problem. I want to see the reduction in cars and just everyone going out of the city. Okay, this is now going out of the city again. Maybe that's just how their programming is. They need to go out there. Weird. Yeah, there's definitely a connection to here, and the plan is basically they go whoop straight over here, turn around, back to here, and then and then if they boy, more traffic jams, fantastic. And then if they want to go back here, I think they need to go around on a roundabout through here, another roundabout, and back on here. Maybe not the most elegant route, but hey. Also, everyone over here who wants to just leave the city. This tunnel, actually, I'm pretty sure is not even used. So, what do we have here? Okay. Oh, they're doing that. Oh, I know what they're doing. There is a slight influx of pedestrians that is messing this up just slightly. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna build also, yeah, tons of postal trucks, because there is the big post sorting facility around here as well. But also trash, but also everything. Also, they're just... This is now a problem. This has never... Well, I mean, this has been a problem a couple of times. So yeah, you can see why I am calling these streams the long jams. Because you can do this for a really long time. A jam sings reward. Yeah, actually, I do owe one of our regular viewers, Pulsar, like 3 songs altogether. Indeed, that is an option. I can serenade you. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're stopping because the people are crossing. So let me fix that, and maybe I'll call it a day. Otherwise, as I said, I can play this pretty much forever. And unfortunately, I won't be able to do that. Right now, there is a big storm currently approaching where I am living. Don't be a sissy. And so I would like to get away from sort of stop doing everything before it absolutely destroys everything. Why are you like that thing? Okay, I think you... Really? Okay, this should work fine-ish. Where's that? Okay, there isn't that. Sorry, your truck needs to be low enough. Sorry. And plop another one, maybe the one that goes here. That should be fine. And then the one that goes... Not sure if it's even needed. Yeah. So here's your problem. Are you snapping now? Please don't snap. Okay, this should be okay. I need to get that mod that automatically builds this kind of thing around. You can choose it to redeem during the kickoff finals. It's only on my stream, Ben, unfortunately. It's only on my stream. I'll be seeing it only on my stream. And yeah, we had one absolutely horrible storm with hail, the biggest I've ever seen in our country. And obviously the potential of the thunder, there's the lightning strike being very close to here. I don't want to fry up this whole setup. It's a pretty expensive setup, so I don't want it to just die. Oh boy. Oh boy. So a couple of times already I've just unplugged everything, just straight up out of the power socket, turned everything off, and waited through a couple of these. Thankfully, it currently has... Let me take a look. Well, you know what? It's even not that cloudy outside. But we have been promised that tonight is going to be crazy. So I still have time to finish the stream, thankfully. Turn everything off. Use everything up, because we'd also been said that maybe there was going to be issues with electricity and water supply. So, oof, don't want that. Also, oh boy, there has been a huge fire around here. And as I said, you can play this forever. And also, there's always a little something somewhere. Like, ooh, this. Ooh, that. And we're, again, entering that era. Ooh, these trees have now burned. How did I fix this, by the way? Because if I'm planting those trees inside here, they are dead. I don't plant any more dead trees. I wanted some better trees. Ooh, how do you fix it? How on earth do you fix this, then? We're crossing our fingers, Salazar. We've made all the necessary precautions. We are prepared. We have charged up all of our devices. We got some water also prepared. Folks. Okay, this might be the fact that, once again, this area has suffered a little bit of setback. But look at that. I think the traffic has now tremendously improved. This still needs fixing. This still needs a much better solution. And I might move this roundabout somehow lower or something. Or I might make another one of these. But right now, as you can see, it's not needed. As it stands, it's not needed. The traffic flow has improved tremendously. This is now a problem. This is a different problem. And I might actually fix this by doing something different. By giving these postal trucks a different route. Still, I started at... What? I started at 72% traffic flow. A couple of situations have been fixed. This has been sort of-ish fixed, roughly, but definitely the situation as it was, it's much improved. We now have a train line around here that now carries a ton of passengers, and plus it connects, not only connects this part of the city, it connects all those tourists to the main city. It also, this part, this station, connects everyone from, well, not everyone, but people from this area to people to this area, and vice versa, of course. So this is still a huge improvement. The traffic is going to flow better. Everything is going to look nicer, and everything's going to be fantastic. What if you let them leave the industry on the left side as well, onto the big highway? I'm not sure why they can. I'm assuming they cannot because... Well, yeah, because there's a road like that. Would have been an option, yeah, I suppose. I can connect them some other way. These are all good options to explore, for sure. Before I forget, though, let me quickly do another one of these. This should be okay, and I think this is still okay, yeah. I think I need to set up any road selection, one way or the other. It's busy. That's what you get. That's what you get, and I'm still pretty happy about this manually built area. It is obviously, physics-wise, maybe not the best thing. It might even clip in some places. Just barely. No, it just, look at that, what a gap. But yeah, still, I'm pretty proud of that. And yeah, Subarayska, that's exactly the plan. Well, at least the first thought that I had. Put it somewhere where it has its own road. It wasn't a problem here. I was even at some point just thinking of removing this industry area altogether. But it needs, yeah, basically needs a connection like here, maybe. But look at that, there's like a problem with something else as well. This intersection has gotten worse. So yeah, let's leave that for the next time. I've already been here longer than I usually do. So let's leave it for next time. Oh yeah, it's also won't spawn trucks right immediately here. That's all a good idea. Should I do it now? You've made me. You've made me do this. Let it be known that on this day, I've been made. I'm regretting. Well, I mean, I'm not regretting. This is going to be great. I don't care if there's the building, you know? See, there's no longer a building there. And then I'm going to move it back here. I'm going to might even move a bus depot over there as well. That was the initial idea. Problem is now, they're going to spam this route. Which is not optimal. First, they need to offload all of these trucks. Alright, so I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to save right here as well. Let's save over the... See, there's a weird thing with order here. So I thought... Oh, sort by name. Okay, less modified. I think that's much better. Let's save on top. I want to overwrite the save. I've only added one more save, and I don't think that save is anything bad. So let's go with that. And let's move us around here somewhere. Let's put on some music in the background. And let's say goodbye to City Skylines for now. So, I saved the game. Don't tell me porcupines. So, thanks very much for watching. City Skylines is going to return next week on Monday at the same time, 6 p.m. Central European, 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Also, tune in tomorrow. I usually don't stream on Tuesdays in the evening, but tomorrow is a special event. I'm going to be participating in the, I think it's better to call it a tournament, Minecraft Ultra Hardcore, which is basically teams of 3. It could be anything, it could not be any teams, but we're playing as a teams, 3 players, put on one big Minecraft server, and we have only one life. We die, we're out. And of course, at some point, there's going to be a lot of fighting. There's going to be a lot of defeating others, or maybe defeating us. And I'm going to be broadcasting, and other people are also going to be broadcasting. But if you want to see this from my perspective, I do welcome you. At the same time, tomorrow, 6 p.m. CST, 12 p.m. EDT, if you want to tune in for that. And then the next stream, the next real proper stream is going to be on Thursday, where I'm finally hoping to get back to my huge backlog and start the next game, which is going to be Hands of Fate 2, an interesting like action brawler / card game, even you might call it. It's a really interesting title. I've heard many good things about it. Plus, of course, tune in on for Iris streams. When you check down the schedule down below, you'll also find her streams. When she streams on her channel, she does indie games. She does Cataclysm's Dark Days Ahead. She has been playing a lot of Realm as of recently, and she's hoping very soon to start streaming from her Switch as well. So check her out. Check out our community as well, Iron Jam community. The Discord is down below. And once again, thanks very much. Red Lion, Benzo, Alizar, Superaiska, Sophia was here earlier, Sarix was here earlier. I cannot choose a name. I hope our tips have helped you as well. Thanks to everyone who has stopped by from Karish stream as well, who has hosted us earlier. And also, just stick around for one tiny bit. We're gonna host somebody who's also currently streaming. See who that's gonna be. So, who is streaming right now? Zakoyama is streaming his D&D stuff. I don't think anyone is playing City Skylines on my friend list, but that's okay. That's alright. You know what? I think this wonderful person, GGS, GGS is currently watching videos. I'm assuming he's soon gonna start playing games. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. He's not playing just yet. Octavian, of course, is playing Path of Exile. Nothing has changed there. Lapin. Somebody who does not... You know what? Fanfox. Let's go for Fanfox. Whoops. I'm just clicking all the variety buttons. She is playing something. So, say hello to Fanfox, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.